Before we begin, we got a couple of things we got to talk about. If you're watching this live, hi, welcome. Please be sure that you're nice to everybody on chat. Please don't spam questions. We'll get to them as quickly as we can. If you do want to give us a super chat, we would absolutely love and adore that. And as a matter of fact, they do take high priority, so, just a thing to consider. And if you do want to request, please make sure that you leave it on our Discord server. Links to all of those are down below. Thanks, folks. We're going to get things going here momentarily. Bye-bye for now.
Rise and shine, Chucketeers! Coming to you live on YouTube, it's time once again for the Cluckin Crew podcast! With your hosts, series creator and voice of Chucky Chicken, Michael Cook, lead director, storyboard artist, and compositor, Elias Levine, and art director, lead character designer, and lore keeper, Tino Calcaterra! Join us for animation news, behind-the-scenes info on the series, special guests, audience interactive events, and much more. And now, on with the show!
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Cluckin Crew podcast. I am your host, the series creator and the voice of Chucky Chicken himself, Michael Cook. Here with me, as always, is my very good friends. To my left, we have my co-director, co-producer, and head of storyboarding and compositing, Elias Levine.
Hello.
And to my right, we have our official character designer, our lead character designer, art director, and the official lore keeper, Tino Calcaterra.
Hello.
Hello. So yes, thank you everybody. Welcome to the show. Yes, we're back at it again with another one. I'm hoping it's going to be a really fun one today. We had a hell of a time last week, let me tell you. But if you missed last week, but you just caught it today, well, first off, hi, welcome. If you don't want to miss another one, hey, here's what you can do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that way you're notified whenever we go live, like we're doing right now. Also, if you do want to continue to be up to date, we are on Blue Sky, we're on Instagram, we are on Facebook, all under Chucky Chicken Cartoons. We're on Newgrounds, we're on everything. So, everything.
We also have a Discord.
We do have a Discord. Yay! Clown Man says, "You are Michael Cook, not Chucky Chicken. Where is Chucky? LOL." Chucky, it's kind of like Walt and Mickey. He speaks for me and I speak for him. So, he's here. He's just, hiya folks, Chucky Chicken here. I'm going to turn it over to Mike for the rest of the show. Thank you, Chucky. So, there you go. That worked, right? Was that okay?
I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
All right. Well, how you fellas doing? How's everything going with you all today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, good. It's been a heck of a week. So, I do want to. First off, I just want to say, we blew up apparently on Blue Sky. We smashed 2,200 followers over there. So thank you so much to all the people.
Smash.
Okay, dude. Thank you. Wow. Thanks, Tino.
Okay, dude.
Appreciate that. If I sound a little weird, it's because I was sick for the past couple of days. Tino was sick. We're all just kind of feeling a little weird. So, no matter who Mike is, he'll always be a rooster to me. Oh, thank you, Jericho. I think. But yeah, so I normally don't do this, but I really, really think that it's important that we go ahead and we talk about this super duper quickly. As folks know, things in the world right now are not doing okay. This past weekend, we had some pretty massive things go down over in Los Angeles. And of course, they are making their way over to Seattle, Chicago, Boston, and New York. I'm just going to go ahead and say this one itty bitty little thing very, very quickly. Be kind to one another. Treat everybody with respect. Treat everyone with love. You never know what people are going through. You never know that people are quite literally fearing and fleeing for their life, you know? So I just want to say, if you are dealing with that, you know, you're not alone. You have friends, you have loved ones here. And we will get through these really, really dark times. I promise. We'll be okay. We will get through it. It's always darkest before the dawn, right? I do want to also mention that on my Instagram, there is this really awesome fundraiser that I was put onto called Chirla, CHIRLA, and it apparently stands for the Coalition of Humane Immigrant Rights. Basically, it makes sure it's California's largest immigrant rights organization. It was founded in 1996. It basically makes sure that folks who are dealing with this, I'll just read what they say right here. The Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights was founded in 1986. It's a California leader with national impact made of diverse immigrant families and individuals who act as agents of social change to achieve a world with freedom and mobility, full human rights, and true participatory democracy. Trilla's mission is to achieve a just society fully inclusive of immigrants. So, I do have a thing on my personal Instagram, which is over at I believe it is still the Infamite Cook. Hold on, I need to change that right now because I don't want to be known as that no more.
Mike didn't know what the word infamous actually meant.
Yeah, Trump is infamous. I don't want to be like that, so let's change that right now. How do I'll figure it out anyway. But head on over to my personal Instagram and give it a donation, right? Because we need all the help that we can get nowadays. Like, for real. Like, please be kind, be smart, but just be a good person, for heaven's sake. It's a small world, it's getting smaller all the time. And that's all that I'm going to say about that. More information is on my Instagram. And I'm not going to worry about changing the name right now. It is at InfoMikeCook07 on Instagram. Go check it out. We're going to just keep on plugging away with the show. Fellas, I actually have some pretty epic animation news. Do you want to? I know. Do we want to head over to the cracking news?
Sure.
All right, go ahead. Love that. Oh, very, very cool. All right, yes, we have some cracking news today. I think y'all are going to be really kind of... I know some of you are going to be just like insane. I know I was kind of insane about it when I found out. But the first bit of news that we're going to talk about just broke today. Disney has fully acquired Hulu for just shy of $500 million, right? Which is like insane. They fully bought out Comcast. They're out. Disney now officially owns Hulu. Their plan is that they are going to be creating content exclusively for both Disney Plus and Hulu. There are talks of them merging the two apps together. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's kind of huge. Disney now has control of two massive streaming platforms. They also announced that they are probably going to discontinue releasing subscriber numbers, which is the practice utilized over by Netflix. Basically, they don't put their numbers out. They don't put any of their data out. They all keep it internal, which on one hand is good for them because, it's all secret, but it's also bad for people who own stock in the company because that's like a huge legal no-no. But so it's kind of insane that this is happening. Disney has fully acquired Hulu. They also announced that Josh Tomorrow, the current head of parks, of Disney Parks and Experiences, is posed and is pretty much almost guaranteed. It's not a guarantee, but they're pretty serious about it, to become the next president and CEO of the Walt Disney Company after Bob Iger retires in 2026. A lot of people have been wondering who the next CEO is. It's between him and I think the girl who runs ESPN currently right now, or the guy who runs ESPN. So a lot of big Disney news. They also, of course, last weekend was the final day of Muppet Vision 3D, which is most known, of course, for being the very last project that Jim Henson worked on with the Muppet characters. It was his final performance of Kermit the Frog, as well as all the other Muppet characters like Statler and the Swedish Chef, and the list goes on and on and on. It closed, of course, to make way for the new Monstropolis edition that is going into Disney's Hollywood Studios, which the centerpiece, of course, will be the new Monsters, Inc. Suspended coaster, which a lot of people are kind of upset about. I mean, obviously, Muppet, but the Muppets are not going to be totally going away from Disney parks, as it was announced shortly after the announcement that Muppet Vision was going away, that they are actually going across the park and taking over the Rock and Roller Coaster from Aerosmith. They are getting rid of Aerosmith and replacing them with Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, Kermit, Miss Piggy, and all the rest of the gang. I actually had a friend, Ezra Moreno, who went to Muppet Vision's final day. Ezra, believe it or not, was the composer who did the score for Grim Grinning Giblets. He is also, the crew know him incredibly well because he is the cause of Gussygate 2021. So, the infamous Gussygate. But it looked like it was an amazing celebration. There were a couple of really cool people who showed up. First off, Steve Whitmire, who was Kermit the Frog after Jim Henson passed away. He also was the voice of Bean Bunny. Waldo, the spirit of 3D, who I guess is the de facto star of Muppet Vision. A plethora of other characters. Rizzo the Rat. He was there. He spent some time in front of the Hollywood Theater, looking down at the concrete cement block that Kermit and Jim Henson signed when the park opened in '89, which I think is, and he was very reflective, and it was very, very, very sentimental. And probably the biggest surprise of all was the fact that Jim Henson's daughter, I believe her name is Jane Henson, was the very last person to see Muppet Vision 3D when it closed. Mm-hmm. And it was completely unexpected. They didn't think that, they didn't know that she was coming. And she became the final person to go see her dad's. And she said it was like a goodbye hug from her dad. And yeah, so it was very, very sweet. There was a huge, they had record waits for the attraction. And then of course the day that it was closing, Disney put out a little blurb with Kermit saying that they were moving down the road to the Rock and Roller Coaster, and everybody hates the new Kermit voice. I hate the new Kermit voice. I think it's terrible. But if you're a Muppet fan, obviously it was a very, very heartbreaking weekend. But there are talks saying that once the Villains Land opens in the Magic Kingdom, that the current Villains Unfairly Ever After show that just opened a couple weeks ago, that is in that current Hollywood theater, will be going away, and there's a slight chance that Muppet Vision may come back in that theater, which is conveniently right next to the Rock and Roller Coaster. Nothing has been affirmed by Disney, but they were very clear, and they made it very, very evident when they announced that Muppet Vision was going away. They said that they are guaranteed to find a way to preserve Muppet Vision 3D. They're going to find a way to keep it showing. They didn't say when, they didn't say how, but they are on record saying that they are going to do something about Muppet Vision, making sure that it's still around. I don't know what they're going to do. obviously this is like huge. I mean, first off, there's a lot of Disney news. I'm kind of going down the line of the studios because there's a lot that I wanted to talk about today. But you know, I want to get your guys' thoughts on all the Disney news that we have right now. So, what do you think?
Not happy about them buying another streaming service.
Okay.
I don't. Well, because they're just working towards having a complete monopoly, which is not okay.
Right. No, I know.
So I'm not thrilled about that, and I feel like it's gonna be an excuse to like make their subscriptions like more expensive and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but it also
I'm not too happy about.
And it also kind of continues the gatekeeping, right? Because now it makes it harder for independent creators to submit stuff to Hulu or to other streaming services. So
yeah,
I'm with you there. What about you, Tino? What do you think?
Oh, Tino BRB'd.
Thank you. That would have been nice to know before I said.
Oh,
anything.
you were talking, and I forgot.
Okay, well, we'll get his thoughts on it later. How long ago did he BRB? What did he leave on?
At like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay.
12 minutes to be exact.
All right. Well, then he probably missed the whole Muppet conversation anyway. So,
I mean, I'm glad that the Muppets are like they still have a space in the park.
I'm torn.
That's a relief.
You know, I'm kind of torn about it. I mean, again, this is Muppet Vision was the very last Jim Henson anything ever, right? You know, Disney was poised to buy the company in the 1990s. There was a huge merger between Disney and Henson right as MGM Studios opened. There were bigger plans that they had. They were going to do the Great Muppet Movie Ride, which would be essentially the Great Movie Ride, but Muppet style, where they were going to show how the movies are made, but of course it would be completely wrong because they're the Muppets and they're charming and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
But Jim died in early 1990, and all of that fell through. The Henson family didn't want anything to do with it. They agreed to finish. They agreed to put out Muppet Vision only because it was the very last thing that he did. And the other thing about it is, you know, granted, this wasn't the only version of it. They did have it over in California Adventure in Disneyland for a very, very short while. But that eventually got replaced with Mickey's PhilharMagic. So now the very last, and that's the thing, right? That's like, that would essentially be like getting rid of like Walt Disney's final performance or final appearance on camera, right? Mm-hmm. You don't do that. Jim Henson was a legendary creator. He was absolutely like one of the, like he is up there with George Lucas and Steven Spielberg and, you know, Francis Ford Coppola. Like he was one of the greatest innovative people when it came to not only television entertainment with what he did with Sesame Street and The Muppet Show. He quite literally revolutionized the art of puppetry. You know, he and his amazing team of people like Frank Oz and Jerry Nelson and, you know, all of those incredible Dave Goelz and Steve Whitmire and all the people who, you know, were part of that original Muppet troupe, many of whom unfortunately are no longer with us. Richard Hunt, who was you know, Waldorf, you know, that was his final performance. No, actually no. His final performance was with the salute to Jim Henson that they did after he passed away. But the Muppet Christmas Carol is dedicated to both Jim and Richard, right? So if you want to think about it, this is probably the last... Muppet Vision is the last old school Muppets thing ever. Like, it truly meant... It was the end of a legacy. It was the end of probably one of the greatest puppet acts of all time, right? And that, I mean, that is legit. They were on they were on the Tonight Show, they were on the Ed Sullivan Show, they were on all the variety shows. They had how many guest stars on the Muppet Show over the course of 5 years? They literally worked with the greats. And Jim, that speaks to Jim Henson, and that speaks to the kind of guy that he was, and how he just wanted to get together with his friends and he is an inspiration to so many people. To take away the last thing that he did, and it just is so frustrating, right? And to put in, I watch WDW News Tonight all the time. I'm a big fan of them. I especially love Tom Corliss, who's like one of the main guys over there. I love them all. I love Eric. I love Nick. I love Piano Rob. It's an amazing group over there. It reminds me a lot of what Hodgepodge Tonight was trying to do, but they actually did it. It's really, it's very much, again, Hodgepodge Tonight was inspired by the Muppet Show. So I have that direct connection with, the Muppets, and it's so important. And Tom went off, of course, just saying that this was the biggest mistake that Disney has ever done. And not only that, when they announced this new Monstropolis addition to Hollywood Studios, the theater is still there. We don't know what's going in that theater space. Nobody has said anything. And they're frightened. They're horrified because they know what they did. They know that they done messed up, and messed up horribly. Because whatever is in that theater now, it's got to live up to Muppet Vision 3D, and it's going to fail miserably. And I pray that Disney wise, and this is Walt Disney World, right? Because if you think about it, all of the different branches of Disney are their own separate companies, right? You got the studio, you have the animation studio, you have Disneyland, you have Walt Disney World, you have, all the international parks, all with their own owners. You have ESPN, AB. So this was a Walt Disney World decision to get rid of Muppet Vision. Yeah. Disney knew about this. And honestly, when people ask me what my favorite Disney park is, I refuse to say Walt Disney World. I grew up going there. I went there as a kid. It was my childhood park. I can't stand it now. I hate what it's become. I hate that we have, Marvel and Star Wars and and Avatar in these parks, and it just it's not Disney, right? We may do another episode because I was talking with my mom about this the other day. I had an idea for an epic Disney theme park that they could build in the Midwest, but we'll talk about this another time because we're already pressed for time. But I think it's the biggest mistake that they did. I know you're upset about Hulu. I've tried to get stuff on Hulu for years. It's always been a pain in the rump. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do next with it. I really am. Yeah. But whatever they do, I pray that the Muppets get better. I do. It just is. It's really destroying the legacy of one of the greatest American innovators and entertainers of the 20th century. So that's my 2 cents on it. Or I guess the whole ding dang dollar. But moving on. We do have better stories, particularly this one. So it has been decided that Warner Brothers and Discovery are actually finally separating. They are breaking Warner Brothers up, and they are basically turning it into Warner Streaming and then the Warner Studios. So basically, HBO Max, all of the stuff. Let me see if I can find the actual article here that talks about the Warner split, because I think this is huge, right? Like, for years we were wondering, like, what's happening with Warner Brothers. But now they are splitting into two companies. So I'm gonna go. Do you want to go New York Times or Variety? What do you want to?
We'll go Variety.
Okay. So, all right. So this article is coming as from Variety, and it was written by Todd Spangler, and it says Warner Brothers Discovery is breaking itself into two chunks as it telegraphed 6 months ago. One company will be WBD Streaming and Studios, encompassing Warner Brothers Pictures, HBO Max, and more. The other will be WBD Global Networks, home to CNN, TNT, TBS, and more, largely comprising of linear TV businesses that have suffered declines in revenue and profitability. The split, according to Warner Brothers chief David Zaslav, will give each company, quote, sharper focus and strategic flexibility they need to compete most effectively in today's evolving media landscape, including potential M&A scenarios. The separation is expected to be completed by mid-2026, and Zaslav will head the streaming and studios company with the yet-to-be-named TV company led by Gunnar Wendenfels, current CFO of Warner Brothers Discovery. The majority of Warner Brothers' debt, which stood at about $34 billion of net debt at the end of their first quarter of 2025, will be assigned to the TV network spin-off, execs said. So here's the breakdown of what each entity will look like. So the streaming studios will have Max global streaming service available in 77 markets, HBO Linear, TNT, Sports International in UK and Ireland, Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group, comprising of Warner Brothers Pictures, New Line Cinema, and for our case, of course, Warner Brothers Pictures Animation, DC Studios and DC Comic Publishing, Warner Brothers Television Group, comprising of Warner Brothers TV, live action, scripted programming, Warner Brothers Unscripted TV, International, Warner Brothers Animation, Cartoon Network Studios, and Hanna-Barbera Studios Europe. This is the one that Zaslav is going to continue to run. It will be, they will have production facilities in both Burbank, California, and Warner Brothers Studios Levesden in England. The global networks, of course, is going to contain TNT, TBS, Turner Classic Movies, the OWN Network, the Oprah Network, HGTV, Food Network, TLC, Disney Channel, Animal Planet, Cartoon Network, and Adult Swim. It's also going to have CNN, Discovery Plus Streaming, TNT Sports, Bleacher Report, Euro Sports, Golf Digest, blah, blah, blah. So basically what they're doing is they're separating the television studios, like the television networks, from the production studios. And what is very interesting to me about this is that Cartoon Network is no longer in the same company of Warner Brothers Animation or Cartoon Network Studios Europe, which was very, very interesting. I think this is, I don't know what to make of it. I mean, when I heard that they were splitting, I thought that it was going to be like Discovery's going to go one way, Warner's going to go another way, and Zaslav is going to go with Discovery. I think that if they're able to get rid of their debt and put it on the TV, on the struggling TV, like this is basic corporate stuff. You break up your company, you take the one that's suffering, and then you pile that with the debt, so that'll, go bankrupt, and then you don't lose anything, but you still get to keep your assets, and you can start all over again. It's probably the move that they're going.
Yeah.
And they're seeing that, TV is really kind of on its way out anyway. So, but at least they still have the production houses. They have all the the rights, the movies, all that stuff. So it's a bit of a dick move, but I don't own Warner Brothers, so if I did, it'd be a very different story. But, so yeah, the next story, I think a lot of people will be really excited about. It also involves a specific property within the Warner Brothers label, specifically Cartoon Network, but we'll get to that in a minute. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, it's interesting.
Smart?
I don't really... Yeah.
I mean, like, look, this is just how things are run today, unfortunately, right? And until we get massive sweeping reform in the government, in trusts and trust busting and all this stuff, you know, this is how it's going to be for a little while longer, at least the next 4 years, right? Let's just call a spade a spade. As long as Warner Brothers continues to make content and make animated content and they put it out, right?
Yeah.
I think this year, especially with The Day the Earth Blew Up and, of course, Coyote versus Acme, it has been proven that Warner Brothers has found a way to make the movies and then distribute them independently. Now, downside is, while Looney Tunes movie Day the Earth Blew Up was released, did it do very good? I mean, I think numbers were like, what, 15, 20 million, 30 million? I need to see. I'm curious how much it made, right? And again, this was with no advertising whatsoever. This was quite literally, it was an independent distribution. It was, you know, I'm not going to go through it again. Y'all know, I mean, y'all know what happened. So it literally made, so its budget was $15 million. It made $15.1 million. It barely broke even. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That, I think, I mean, that's still a win. It didn't lose money. You know, it made money, a little bit of money. It only made $100,000, but still, that's something. You're back. Hello, Tito.
Hello, sorry for that.
It's okay. We'll just kind of we'll give you the Cliff Notes version. Basically, we talked about the Muppets, you know, Muppet Vision 3 shutting down. And now we're talking about the split up of Warner Brothers. They're basically taking their studios and their television networks and they are breaking them apart. You know, I'm just basically saying, you know, as long as content continues to come out, nothing gets, you know, shelved again. You know, you know, and as long as they're seriously in talks to get rid of Zaslav. Now, here's the thing, right? People are saying get rid of Zaslav, but Zaslav is kind of saving the company, right? Love him or hate him, he is making it possible for Warner Brothers to continue to exist. You know, he is making the calls. He's probably making the really hard calls to split up the company like this. I'm not defending him. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a piece of scum. But I am, you know, I cannot deny that if he did not make this decision, if he did not do this, Warner Brothers would probably cease to exist in the next couple of years. So, you know, I think Saberwing says he's saving the company when he's giving himself several $1 million bonuses. No, that's the scummy part, right? That is, you know, that's the horse crap part of, you know, being a CEO, and it sucks. It's you know, again, for those of you who don't know, I am very fortunate to have been the son of a business owner for 30 plus years. My dad ran his own electrical contracting company for many, many years. Ever since I was even a kid, like we were just telling this story not too long ago, like we would get mail and I would give them to my dad, and I was so around business people that I was like, here are the invoices, Dad, when they weren't even invoices, you know, they were like bills or just, you know, whatever they were. So, I'm very fortunate to be able to see both sides of the coin. On one hand, as the artist, it enrages me because, yes, these guys are getting all these monies. You know, I am not supporting him, right? Mm-hmm. I am not, because people are yelling at me at the comments. Wait a minute, what? It's like, no, I am not saying that Zaslav is a good guy. I am saying that the decisions that have been made are effectively going to keep Warner Brothers around, and there's a hope that we will have a new CEO, and there will be a new person who actually runs the company from a creative point of view. And
I mean, with a company, there's no new
right,
new ways to do stuff.
right. I mean, worst case scenario for Warner Brothers, possible best case scenario, depending on the situation, they go down, they break up the company, and they sell it piece by piece. Right? But then in that case, who gets Cartoon Network? Who gets the Looney Tunes? Who gets Hanna-Barbera? Who gets, all of these properties? Who gets the film rights?
Michael will get them.
I wish. So,
I mean, we really need to launder some money. It's just still for $1.
all I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, we're going to keep an eye on this. We will let you know what happens. But in animation news, believe it or not, this week is Annecy, which of course is the big animation film festival over in France. We talked about it not too long ago, of course. There was this really fun little commercial that was made with Bugs Bunny, basically welcoming everybody to Annecy. It was very much like the Chuck-a-Muck or Duck-a-Muck episode, where they were drawn, and it was very, very creative. And of course, they were saying that all the animators are going on, and enjoying the festival. So Bugs is gonna basically make his own film, and it was a very cute little commercial. But there is news obviously coming out from Annecy. It is going live. It is actually, I believe it just ended, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, let me see. Hold on. Let me look. Published on June 10th. I think. I believe I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it did just end not too long ago. So it is done. And part of the announcement for Annecy this year actually involves a Cartoon Network property. We have been getting a lot of reboot announcements. We have been told that a regular show is coming back, which is really cool. They are rebooting Gumball. It's going to be the wonderfully weird world of Gumball. So Gumball is coming back. And Steven Universe is getting a spin-off show. It is called
another one.
It is called Steven Universe Lars of the Stars.
That's actually pretty hype. I'm down. We finally get to learn about the other gems. I know they really wanted to do a bunch of stories. I know that Rhodonite, the Pearl Ruby, Fusion,
it is.
They were supposed to get episodes in Future, but then they just didn't have. They weren't given enough episodes.
Future was just
Future was. It was I. It was I.
We don't talk about Future. Whoa, whoa. Anyway, so yes, it is being developed by Cartoon Network Studios Europe. It is going to be focusing on Lars and the Off Colors and all of their space adventures. It is still in the same continuity as Steven Universe Future. It takes place after Steven Universe Future, so it's their continuing adventures and everything that happened after Steven left and after all that stuff. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, in Future, Lars just they're like, you know what, I want to go to space again. So it makes sense.
And here's the really cool thing. It is not coming out on Cartoon Network. It is coming out on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? That I like, because that means that they might be able to dive into some of the more serious topics that they wanted to get into.
Yep.
But they weren't allowed to.
Well, here's the other thing too that I'm realizing. The shows that we talked about, regular show reboot, Adventure Time is coming back as well. The Amazing World of Gumball is coming back. They are talking about a preschool reboot of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
They ran out of 90s shows.
A preschool reboot?
A preschool reboot of Foster's Home. But here's the thing, right? Gumball is going on Hulu.
Oh.
Yeah. So they are not putting it out. That was what I wanted to talk about.
It was really funny, I would say.
That's why I wanted to talk about the split, because this actually could work out in their favor, and that's why I mentioned the Ketchup Entertainment deal with Coyote versus Acme and The Day the Earth Blew Up. Warner Brothers is taking a back seat from distribution, which means that now there is a very, very big possibility. Like, think of it this way, right? Last year they did Me TV Tunes, where they got basically every single old cartoon show in existence, sans Disney, and put it all together on one network, right? It's basically the new cartoon. It's basically the new Boomerang. And they play everything from Betty Boop, Popeye cartoons, to Duck Dodgers, to Animaniacs, all the Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Hanna-Barbera, Casper, all the Harvey tunes, Terry tunes, all of them, right? But that's the thing. The majority of these characters and shows are owned by Warner Brothers. So what they're doing is they are diversifying again. They are putting the stuff on TV. They're making it more readily available. They're not putting it just on HBO Max. They're breaking out. They are moving off of their own platform and getting, in my opinion, they're getting out of their own way, right? They are kind of releasing the shackles and saying, all right, Steven Universe, Lars of the Stars, you're going on, like on Hulu. I can go on Disney Plus right now and watch all of the old Cartoon Network shows. We Bear Bear, Steven Universe Future, Adventure Time. Like, they're all there on Hulu right now. I don't have HBO Max anymore. I got rid of that years ago, right? I can watch Animaniacs, the 2020 reboot, if I really wanted to, on Hulu right now. Right? Through Disney Plus. It's insane. I never thought that I would be able to have Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse on the same platform, right? But I do. And I'm not just talking Roger Rabbit either. I hear all you animation nerds back there about to say something. So this is kind of a big deal. I'm very excited about all the again, if it works out and it makes it so, these shows can have a better chance at getting out there to people, I'm all for it. And like you said, if it's depending on the network that is in, it gives the creatives the freedom to explore different avenues and different themes and different types of storytelling, maybe more adult themes, especially for Steven Universe or Adventure Time. I know that they did that spin-off show Fiona and Cake, and that was very, very adult. Regular show has always kind of been a more adult-oriented show, in my opinion. So there's a lot that Gumball obviously is a big kid show, but the kids are grown up. It's kind of a new age. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. In this sense, it seems like it's a continuation, not just going back and reboot. Like, it's not a reboot, it's a continuation. And I think that's really cool.
Well, I mean, that's pretty hype.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, let's see what the commenters are saying. We got Saberwing. It's Boomerang for boomers. Yes, 100%. Adali Baya says they're rebooting all the other Cartoon Network shows, but we still can't get Billy and Mandy, Underfist series, or Galactic Kids Next Door. Oh, the irony. Again,
Kids Next Door was real.
Oh,
you know what I would love? You know what I want to see a reboot of?
What's that?
Or maybe not a reboot, but like a continuation of. I want to see more Fillmore.
I wasn't a big Fillmore guy.
Oh, you're wrong. Fillmore was good.
Wait, hold on. Let me. Filmoe or.
Fillmore was like the show about the kids that were like detectives in a school, and it was like a film noir style show, and it was really fucking funny.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it.
I love film noir.
I never saw that show, so
It was really good.
Okay.
It had really good
I think it's a
action.
2000
And, like,
show.
It was.
It's
Yeah,
got
that's
a
what Michael Will did.
It's got an all-star cast. It's got Tara Strong, Orlando Brown, Don Fontaine,
It's very good.
Debbie Derryberry's in it. Gray DeLisle. Okay, yeah. Well, there you go.
If you haven't seen Fillmore, go check it out because it's a really good show.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments what pieces of news were you really excited for? What touched your heart?
Oh,
You know,
I have a little. I don't really. It's not really news.
I'm
But did anyone else see the trailer for K-pop Demon Hunters?
No.
It looks really good. It's made by the same studio that did Spider-Verse.
okay.
Send the link.
That actually sounds interesting.
It looks really good.
How's
The
the
music
soda?
is pretty fire. I love the style of it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
If you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, that's the news for this episode. The news, yeah. So, a couple of before we get into the big thing today. Again, obviously, it's probably going to be another drawing stream. So we'll have Tino pop up the old. We may do a request stream. We'll see. Who knows? But depending. But
I could work on the background though.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll watch Tino work on the background.
That works. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about just some stuff with the show. I actually had a couple of ideas that I wanted to shoot around today. But real quick, I do want to make, of course, that Oh, something funny?
Oh, no, I coughed.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my fault. Okay. All right, look at me getting all defensive.
You were so funny. I coughed in glee.
You know what? I can appreciate that. So, but real quick, in case you know what, I'm gonna do something here with this very, very quickly. Again, if you didn't see our announcement last week, I will go ahead and put it out here once again for all of you lovely folks. But the Chucky chicken plush toy is on his way. Why is it so small? What the heck? Hold on. What? What's your profanity, you fool? Your profanity, you said hell. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just... Alright, anyway. But yes, the Chucky... I don't know why this is not working. But anyway, here you go. That's... I did Control F. It didn't work. It's not... Yeah, I don't know what is... No. I know. Control Shift. I don't know. Anyway, and even if I scale it this way, it instead of going... Oh, you know... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do something a little different. Hold on one second, gang.
We should have like a title card say technical difficulties.
There we go. All right, so we do have the Chucky Chicken plush. It is going to be coming out here on July 1st, and the orders will be available through July 22nd. Now, again, here's the deal. We do have to make 300 orders. But it's only going to be $25. That does not include shipping and handling, I believe. But it is also the tariff price. So you will not be paying any more than $25 for the plush itself. So it will be just shipping and handling and all that stuff. We'll take care of all that stuff. It is an authentic. It's the very first official Chucky Chicken plushie that we've made. We're very excited about it. I know that I said a while ago that we were going to have it, starting potentially soon. The distributor that we're working with will not allow us to start it until the beginning of July, which will coincide very nicely with the release of our next cartoon. So, but we'll talk about all that and more after the break. But for right now, we will be taking a break after a word from ourselves.
Salutations! This is Featherton Fella with cracking news! Chucky Chicken merchandise is finally here! Yes, that's correct. A delightful collection of wares featuring the lovable rooster and his pals. We've got everything from shirts to socks, caps to cardigans, mugs, stickers, and very soon we'll have pins. As many folks know, the production team for the series works on a volunteer basis, so every penny raised through our merch sales goes to helping keep their operation afloat and brings more Chucky cartoons to you in a speedier fashion. So don't dilly-dally any further. Visit ChuckyChickenCartoons.com and click the store tab or use the link on screen. Once again, thank you for your patronage, and we hope to fill you in again soon.
The road to 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and as you can see, we have this many. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and help us reach 10K today. Hey folks, if you want to continue to show your love and support for Chucky Chicken cartoons and get exclusive access to behind the scenes stuff, special discounts on merch, access to exclusive polls, and much more, consider becoming a Tough Cluck Studio member. Hit that join membership button on YouTube for more information today. Hey everybody, this is Mike Cook, the creator and voice of Chucky Chicken. We hope that you're enjoying the show, and if you are, please do us a huge favor and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell so you're notified every single time that we go live. Also, if you really love it, please share this with your family, friends, or animation lovers out there in general. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show. And we're back. Welcome back, folks. See, that wasn't a long break at all. So, yeah. But anyway, right, guys, seriously, like, say something, because I'm...
What? Hey, what do you want me to say?
Anything, so I'm not the only one talking on this damn show.
Bananas. Ooh. Bananas.
Oh my gosh. Tito, are you ready yet?
I'm up there.
We got you a new computer. How is it running this slow? Yo. Yeah, exactly. I have a funny feeling. I'm just going to leave
I'm trying to find the file, okay?
Well, see... Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that whenever you're making an animated cartoon that you properly name your stuff. You know? Oh, I do want to respond to a couple of comments that were made during the break. First and foremost, someone did ask, this was from Jolly Knight, can the plush cook me a meal? It depends on what you're hungry for. It was also asked, let's see here, where I saw another one here and I thought it was kind of funny. I wanted to comment on, but I think they got rid of it. Matthew Coe, hi Matt. He says, I agree, Tino. You should sew a drawing for technical difficulties. Like do a technicals. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. You know, let's see. Moving right along, Alan Aguilar says, I'm going to make some sandwiches because I'm hungry. Someone did ask, what did we do while we're on our break? Bathroom, get food, you know, check on people that we're taking care of, you know, all that fun stuff. Excuses are like, okay, I'm not reading that one. Let's see here. So yeah, speaking of which, let's say hi to all the folks who are watching today. We have, as mentioned,
hello everybody.
Hello everyone. So I'm going to rattle off your names here. We got DreamWorks Moon, Graham Gator, Javi Martez Mancia, Kimberly Gonzalez, Julia Gonzalez came in. We saw her come in. Saberwing is here. Clown Man is here. Adali Baez is here. Alam Aguilar is here. More Junior Toons Animation is here. Let's see who. Jericho Chavez is here. Saberwing is here. Did we say Saberwing already? I'm not sure, but you know, we can't have too much Saberwing. We love him. So yeah. Dylan Royer is here. Hello Dylan, good to see you. Farnoggin is in the house. What up, boy? Good to see you. Welcome back, Farnoggin. Connor Foxworth is here. Good to see you, Connor. Welcome back to the show. Who else is? Shay White is here. Hello, Shay. Good to see you. Cat Fox is here. Hi, Cat Fox. Matthew, we mentioned, is here. And if I have not said your name, please make sure to... Bob is here. Hello, Bob. Good to see you. Clown Man. Question, which one is better, the Munsters or the Addams family?
Yeah.
Fun fact, they both came out on the same day at the same time on opposite networks.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Munsters. So
The Munsters is the one with the normal girl, right? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
With kid.
Yeah, with Grandpa. Yeah. Gramps Munster. Yeah, I actually had a teacher in high school. He was a monk, and I kid you not, he was the spitting image of Grandpa Munster. Looked, sounded like him. It was uncanny. And the worst thing that somebody did was actually print out a picture of he's dead now, Brother Jude. and Grandpa Munster side by side putting it together, and he was so angry. He was so mad. But Adali Baez says, coincidence? I think not. No, I think it was CBS and NBC were trying to see which monster show was better. But there was like this whole thing called Monster Fever
Mania?
back in the 60s. Monster Mania, thank you. Clownman, if Chucky Chicken could meet between Flip the Frog or Felix the Cat, who would it be? Very interesting. I guess you'll have to watch the show and find out. So, and on that note, hey, Tino is up, so we're going to make our way over to the viewing room. There we go. Hello, we're back at it again. Tino, show the lovely people what you're working on here.
What? Yeah, I wasn't... I am sharing my screen. Why?
No, like, zoom out.
No.
Tino, you're killing me here, man.
No. How about you kick rocks, huh?
There you go.
You like that one, Mike?
That's so mean. We ain't gotta be like that, man. I know why. So
it's easy.
Holy cow! Guillermo Salinas Ojeda did the impossible and actually was the very first person to buy a Chucky Chicken plush. So
heck yeah.
Thank you so much, Guillermo. Thank you. Yes. So expect that sometime in September. So that's super cool. I guess if you want to buy them, they're available now. But Guillermo did the impossible. Let me know.
I think they're supposed to be live.
No, they're not. I don't know. It's hidden on here, so I don't know how he made that happen. But yeah. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you. That is fantastic. I will have to get in touch with somebody over a fourth wall, and I'm probably gonna get an email from them going, "What the hell? We told you July 1st," and I'm like, I don't know what happened. Not my fault. They wanted it. So, but yeah, as Julia, the door. The door can see you.
Has spoken.
Yes. The door can see into your very mind. The door can see into your soul. Really? The door could do all that? No.
No. Sometimes it feels like... Sometimes our podcast feels like that. You're Charlie. And sorry.
I am very much aware that my life on this podcast is freaking Charlie the Unicorn.
The Candy Mountain.
Oh my god, you two little trolls that you just... Oh my gosh.
Come on, Michael. We gotta go to Candy Mountain.
Come on, Mike. We're gonna play Funny Monkey game, Mike.
Go away. Don't you have scenes to work on? We have a cartoon. No. We have a cartoon that's...
No.
There, Chucky. Please get off of me. Oh my god. Just don't lose your kidney. No promises, Saberwing. With these two, I have no idea what's gonna happen. So,
a man who's never drinking alcohol, that kidney would go for a pretty good price.
That is true.
Uh-huh.
But however, it is.
Elias, that's a great idea.
Candy Mountain. It's full of joy and joyness.
And all the eggs you could ever eat.
Really? Those are pretty expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go get some eggs over at Candy Mountain. Yay!
Yay! Yay, eggs. We're going to Egg Mountain.
We're gonna go to Omelet Mountain. It's gonna be delicious. It's just a big...
And whatever kind of omelet you want, you can get it. It's great.
Oh, the fixins.
You can go to the big giant omelet and Neopets.
You can get diced
You can work for free.
onions, diced tomatoes, dice.
You could get chorizo. You could get mild Italian. Those are the only two, though.
Yeah. You kind of you're slipping into Clarence there a little bit.
I'm like in between Clarence and Bitsy right now.
Oh yeah, Bitsy, that's right, yeah.
Oh yeah, Bitsy. I'm not Mickey at all.
Torbeck is happy you're here, Bitsy.
we gotta stop it.
Listen, we have fans of Legends of Evantress here. Oh my gosh. Look at all of the smiling faces we have in the chat right now. This is amazing. This is what they come for. This is why they're entertained.
Michael.
What?
I got a question for you.
Okay, what's the question?
What's your favorite sitcom?
Oh, that is such a loaded question.
How is it loaded?
Because there's so
Mine is
many. Which one?
Dinosaurs by Chucky.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to repeat yourself because
You're
Elias
little-
was coughing.
Dinosaurs.
Oh, dinosaurs. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a parody of a sitcom, which I love.
I don't know if that's my favorite.
I think that is mine, Michael.
Okay.
Not about
Your favorite.
Fine. All right. Jeez. You asked me what my favorite sitcom was. I'm trying to answer you. Okay.
I remember I really liked Frasier.
I love Frasier. Oh my gosh.
I don't know why I liked it, but
Martin,
pretty good.
Martin Crane, the late great John Mahoney. Oh, what a treasure.
And the guy that plays the Fishman in Hellboy.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, he played the Fishman in Hellboy and The Shape of Water, I think.
Elias.
Yeah?
It's called Abe.
Yeah, Abe.
I
don't know. Yeah, but Elias, you name. Oh, yeah, that's my best.
I was really mad at Elias and Tino last week because they both forgot my birthday. And Elias firmly put me in my place, saying that he didn't even remember his own mother's birthday. So
I don't remember anyone's birthday. Names and dates. I don't get mad at me for forgetting because I will forget.
Yeah, names and dates like boats and No, I'm not going there. Step Brothers, anyone? Okay, well then I have to go. Frasier and Cheers, I think, are probably two of my favorite. Like they're the ones that I watch on repeat the most.
Yeah.
I do love Everybody Loves Raymond, though. That was a staple in our house for a very, very long time. So, Everybody Loves Raymond.
What's the... I don't think
Michael in the Middle is a sitcom, right?
Which one?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle?
Malcolm in the Middle? I feel like that's halfway between, like, a show and a sitcom. It's like a sitcom without the live studio audience. You know what I mean? I don't know if it necessarily counts, though.
Okay. Jolly Rancher Knight actually just wrote to me and he said, I had the plush in my cart a while and it stayed there since I couldn't purchase it. I checked now and it let me, just in case you were curious. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jolly Rancher Knight. I appreciate you. Yeah, so go buy your Chucky chicken plush now. Apparently you can so.
I guess you can. I guess.
Okay.
Tell everybody else you know.
All right, you know.
Get 12 of them.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to talk to someone at football, but I mean, I guess.
If you can
do it, I guess.
If you're allowed to do it, then go ahead and do it. You know,
we didn't think it would be ready until the first, but
that's right. You listen.
What?
No, just the way it's like. I guess if it's available, then you can do it. You know?
Yeah.
Your Tevye came out. I appreciate that.
I don't know what that is.
Tevye from Fiddler on the Roof?
I never seen Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, one of the all-time greats. Oh, one of the
if
most...
I were a rich man.
Like, I know some of
All
this
day
music.
long,
bum. If I were a wealthy man,
I
wouldn't have to work hard. Oh, so good. we ended perfectly. Yes. Okay, you know what? Since you asked me about my sitcom, all right, here we go. Your favorite Broadway musical. Go.
That's a harder one.
Heathers.
Which one?
Heathers.
Not
Oh, right, the Cyclone. That's true.
Yeah.
That wasn't exactly on Broadway. I think it was like
I don't know if it was on Broadway.
Which one?
Ride the Cyclone.
Oh,
it's very good.
Yeah, remember?
Oh, yes. Yes. That one trippy one that you showed me with like all the people. That off Broadway, I guess counts. So you know.
Yeah.
You think you like this?
Oh, one of my favorites. I'm gonna say my top two.
Okay.
Avenue Q.
Okay. That's a good one. Little Muppets representation there. All right.
And
look it up, kids.
The 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. That's a very good musical.
My Aaron loves that show so much.
We did that in my high school. I played the guidance counselor, so that was pretty cool. I got my own song. Pretty epic.
That actually is pretty epic. I like, my favorites are Fiddler on the Roof is absolutely one. I was in that show when I was in high school. I also really enjoyed Jersey Boys. Although I guess does that really count? Because that's more...
Well, I mean, I don't think Putnam County Spelling Bee was in Broadway.
Okay, but that's like... Jersey Boys is like a jukebox musical about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, so I don't know if that... I'm not going to count
if it was on Broadway...
It was. It toured.
If it was there, then it
yeah, okay. Because I'm like trying to steer clear of like The Lion King and Aladdin, you know. I'm thinking there's
like Grease and
right, yeah. Well, Grease
is good though.
Grease is good. I do like Grease. No, Grease counts. Grease because that was a
it was on stage.
Yeah, it was a Broadway show first. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, Little Shop of Horrors is another great one.
Oh yeah, and we had the guy.
We did. We had Stuart. We had Stuart Zagnut, who was Seymour and Mr. Mushnick. So.
Seymour. My mom loved that song.
Oh my
I'm a big plant, Seymour, feed me.
That's not the line.
That is what he says. That's my favorite part of the show.
I'm a big green
plant. I'm hungry. Give me some food, Maurice.
It's Seymour.
Not anymore.
Oh my gosh. Who's Maurice?
I
don't know.
The plant doesn't even like acknowledge him. Like he just says his, like 10 different names out the whole show. Murray, where's my food?
Yeah, you should have called him a different name every time because he doesn't know his name.
Yeah.
Or she, I don't know.
Oh my god. Yo, Taylor, where's my food? It's like, my name is Seymour. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Jiminy.
Hey, Jason, what are we doing over here?
And then just to spice it up, Lamar, what you doing, man?
I didn't hear Lamar. I heard Mama. Mama, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, I love Little Shop of Horror, and ironically enough, that was one of the first Broadway appearances of Howard Ashman and Alan Menken.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Harvey Montes Montilla says, I would kill to see a Chucky Chicken version of Little Shop of Horrors. Well, believe it or not, once upon a time, I actually did come up with a Chucky Chicken version, and it was going to be called The Little Crop of Horrors. It was going to be about killer corn cobs trying to take over Featherton, and it was all Chucky's fault. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe. Julia says a Chucky Chicken musical? That would be interesting.
The show, technically, it's gonna be a musical show.
Yeah, we're gonna have music in the show, like songs and like big numbers. So, which is like very exciting. It is. You know what would be my ultimate dream? Not even gonna lie, Chucky Chicken on Ice. I'm not even kidding. I would die for Chucky Chicken on Ice. I would absolutely kill for a Chucky Chicken on Ice show. I love Disney on Ice.
I went to an on ice show. So
oh my gosh, they're so good. They were so good back in the day. Oh,
they were all right.
They were.
I used to go every year.
So what did they do? They just hate?
Yeah, basically.
Like nothing else. No music, no everything.
Well, depending on the show, they're either like on motorcycles or like. Remember that?
They skate around the background track, pantomime what's going on.
Yeah, listen. It's
alright.
I've been collecting because, of course, it's me. I'm revealing my deep dark secrets, but I've been trying to find and catalog like recordings of all of the Disney on Ice shows, and I found one that I've been looking for forever. The 1990s version of Snow White. And it's not that great. I'm not gonna lie. It's really not that great. I forgot how bad it was. Like, I kind of know why they kept it hidden for so long. The transformation scene was actually pretty spooky. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there were the scenes where Snow White is running through the scary forest actually kind of legit scared me as a kid. And as did the transformation scene. They did that really, really well. Let's see the comments here. Bob is saying goodbye. I'm going to go draw something. All right, go have fun drawing. Let's see here. Harvey is very excited about Little Crop of Horrors. Saberwing says, Little Crop? Boy, that theater marquee would get vandalized so fast. Yes, it would. It would become Little Crop of Horrors, 100%. Like Disney on Ice, but Chucky on Ice. Absolutely. Like, I did a piece of fan art, actually, of... I can't believe I'm going to show this, but you know what? Why not? Let's see if I can find it. I'm going to totally just embarrass the heck out of myself here. Once upon a time, I actually did a... I did like a... Yeah. I did a mock-up of what Chucky Chicken on Ice would look like what the program would look like. I gotta find it. I know it's here somewhere. Hold on. Anyway, talks amongst yourselves while I'm looking for it.
Funny monkey.
Okay, not about that, though.
Funny.
Talk about the show.
So, the Chucky guy, huh?
Wow.
What?
You know what? All right, chat. Let me ask you this. I want your honest opinions here. Next stream, would you want us to just draw just something for us, like the three of us hopping on stream and just drawing our own stuff, like non-Chucky Chicken related stuff? Because I've been, I think it'd be kind of cool, because I know Elias has been like, oh, I haven't been able to draw my own stuff in forever. So is that something you guys would want to see? Let us know. Yeah. Because I'm sure Elias would absolutely kill to draw something different for a teeny tiny change. I can't find it. You know what? I think I know where it is.
It's probably on Google Docs somewhere.
That's exactly where it is. It's probably on. Yes. Okay, yes. They all want us to draw. Okay, so next week we are going to draw something completely different in our own style. Maybe we'll do prompts. How about that? That'd be kind of cool. Prompts. Like somebody gives us suggestions.
That seems cool.
Okay, so next week we'll do like a little portfolio show. So the three of us will find our best work. We will show it to the team, or to the viewers, to the show, and then based off of the, our skills, they will tell us what they would like to see us draw. Yeah. All right. That'll be fun. Yeah, like improv.
Hell yeah.
Matthew says, my prompt is to have Tino do Louie's dad. We did. Were you there in that conversation when we were? No, you weren't.
No, I don't think Tino was.
Oh my god. Okay, so the other day we were having a production meeting, and we were talking about Louie Loon, and the conversation of his dad, I guess, came up.
I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And we were just going, "Oh, Louie," and just coming up with like this disgusting character that just made us all.
I love it. he's like Louie, but he's
like Danny DeVito. Yeah, Danny DeVito mixed with Louie Loon. Yeah.
He has like a short, fat body. His neck and like head are the same, but his neck is like saggy and it like flops around. And he has the
found it. It was on the Google Drive. Go on.
He has like it's kind of like it looks like he has a bald head, but he has like the hair on the side for some reason.
Oh, like the horseshoe?
Yeah, the guy from Seinfeld whose name I can't remember.
Oh, my gosh.
Short fat one.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The Costanza.
Yeah, Costanza.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, why am I not remembering his first name?
I don't know either, man.
Oh my gosh, I'm really kind of
George
Costanza. That's it. Played by Jason Alexander. So, but yeah, here's the Chucky chicken on ice that I drew years ago.
It's Chucky chicken, but on ice.
On ice. I can't find the one that had Chelsea and
on the
Louie.
rocks.
I'm just gonna hide this now. That was
Chucky chicken on the rock.
That was dumb.
I'm dumb, lol.
Oh god.
You're not dumb. You're just silly. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tables have been turned. How do you feel? Ooh. Okay. Why are you crying? You ugly when you cry. Stop it.
Stop it.
I'm so funny.
Stop that. Be nice.
Stop that. You're silly.
I can imagine that being brightly lit. Yeah, right? Like, come on. How would you not want to buy a poster with Chucky Chicken on ice? Like, that'd be amazing. Kimberly, are they crying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
are very
It's called
good
acting. It's called acting.
It's called acting. You should try it.
I look at the 5-year-old kid coming into the audition.
Project. You just make it.
Project your voice.
The kid just starts crying. That is not in the script.
You stop that right now.
Flat. You're flat.
You're not crying in key. Bump it up a couple octaves.
He's gonna run. He's just gonna start running back home.
Oh my god!
He starts chasing the kid at full speed.
Come back here!
What is
You haven't finished your scene yet. He's like an old man with like a cane, just chasing this poor 5-year-old kid. 2 cops.
And he's like really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. And 2 cops are watching from their squad car, eating donuts, just going, what do you think, Frank? I ain't touching him. Yeah.
He hasn't touched him, so.
Yeah. That cane looks kind of dangerous, though. Yeah, he won't be able to. Oh, he's fast. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put the lights on just to be safe. Just to be safe.
It doesn't look. Looks like he might be colorblind. He didn't notice us putting on the lights.
Yeah, it's okay. My car's a lot faster than he is. We'll just.
We start trying to chase this guy, and we start running faster, and they just can't catch him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, what the hell is going on? He's faster than the wind.
I'm going 80. I don't know how this guy can be this fast.
We're going 172 miles per hour. How is he doing this?
Jesus Christ, he's got 5 Red Bulls.
Oh, that's a good bit.
That's a very good bit. Where's the kid? Who cares? I'm after the old geezer now.
I want to see where this goes.
Yes, it's just got personal.
The old man is running so fast.
Yeah.
You can see the air around him.
Yeah.
He's trying to break the sound barrier. Good bit.
Oh my god, this is a great bit.
This is a good gag, like just a complete
Yeah.
a one side, like a completely off topic bit to put somewhere in the show.
100%.
Like we end off on a scene and then we pan over and this random interaction happens.
Oh my god. Oh, and you know what? That's probably one of the cleanest bits that we've ever done that we can actually use. You know
Saberwing says already sounds better than the fly.
Yeah,
It's a good bit.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so God. Oh my gosh. Oh, so good. Oh, that was really, really good.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
We were talking about, what were we talking? I don't even remember. Oh my God.
We were talking about something, and then there was.
Because
we went on.
Yeah, because
Some kind of tangent.
Yeah, because Kimberly asked if we were crying, and so, we then just went off.
Oh yeah. It just it devolved
like
from there.
Like y'all just witnessed. That is what happens all the time. So. Oh my God, I have missed this. We have not done that in such a long time.
That's so true. We haven't gone on a weird tangent in a hot minute. It's like next we're gonna be talking about Kingdom Hearts.
They are probably expecting it at this point,
Yeah, it happens.
So I am keeping an eye on the clock. It is 7:21, and my parents do go to bed at like 7:38. So if I end up becoming quieter, you'll know why. So, which still pisses me off about last time, but we won't go there. So that was, oh my gosh, because Michael had to keep it inside. Yes. I thought you guys cried until you cracked. We cracked until we cried. That's the how. Anyway, so that was fun. My stomach actually is hurting from laughing so hard. I haven't done that in a long time. Oh, that was really good. That was very good.
back to crying.
It's called method acting.
It's called method acting.
Here we go again. 10 minutes later, I got him on the run. Anyway. Oh my gosh. That's how we Saberwing, more acting.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, that was very funny. That was very good.
Yeah.
Whew. You know what else is good? This awesome epic background that Tina was working on.
Yeah.
It's coming along amazingly.
Graham Gator says I haven't laughed so hard since the Practical Jokers.
Yes. Am I Sal or which one am I? Am I Murray? Oh God,
I don't know what that is.
You never heard of Impractical Jokers?
I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar. I'm Canadian. We just had just the last gags.
4 best friends from Brooklyn, New York basically go around pulling pranks on people, but they basically have each other pull the pranks on people, like literally embarrassing each other. So, like for example, 3 of them will tell one of them what to do, like through microphones, and the other person has to do it, or else they are out and they lose points. It's like one of my favorite bits is Joe, who was one of the guys. He was in this restaurant, and the prompt was, okay, I just want you to take this giant bowl of potatoes and start putting it on people's plates, just random people's plates in this restaurant, right? And so he did he leave? Oh, Graham Gator says I missed Joe after he left. No! Why did he leave? Oh, I need to know the details now. So anyway, so he's just going around the restaurant going, scoopski potato, and just like splatting the potatoes, like making a huge mess all over like the restaurant. It was one of the I'll send you a link. It's one of the funniest things ever. Oh, it's so freaking good. Oh my God. I don't like I really don't like what's it called? Reality TV. I love Impractical Jokers. It's such a good show. Cartoon and Game Fanatic 2.0 just says hi. What's up? You sounded like me when I was like in middle school trying to talk to a girl. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Just those 2. All right, get high. Sup. I hate sup. I hate
high?
that.
Oh my God.
No, Tino.
I like sup, but I'll pronounce it too.
Tino, why? Man. Why you gotta ruin it for me, man? Why?
What?
I said that I said that I get high and sup, and he goes, yeah, there we go again. All right. Screw you, Elias.
You fall for it every time.
You are evil. You know that there's a lag and that sometimes that shit happens. You do this on purpose. You are evil, and I hate you for it. I hate you for it.
Oh, but it's funny for the audience.
That's true.
That's what matters.
I am waiting for the wall of smileys to come up here now. So here they come. All right, they're getting to it. Let's see. Cartoon and Game Fanatic 2.0 asks, what indie shows are you excited for? Chucky Chicken Films of a Feather is what I'm excited for.
I'm excited for Billy Bob's Billing and Bobbing.
Elaborate.
It's about Billy and Bob.
Uh-huh.
One of them does taxes and the other's a fisherman.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me more. I'm intrigued.
It's about Billy and Bob doing tax evasion and cracking a cold one by the river.
Oh.
It's great.
Where's it take place?
It takes place right here.
In Vancouver?
No, right here where we are right now.
Oh. Oh, well, if you think about it, we're in like 3 different places. And the audience brings in like maybe 1,000 other different places, so pick one.
Right here.
Go on, funny boy. Where's the show take place? Come on, tell me about Billy and Bob and their crackhead adventures. Go ahead.
No, they don't smoke crack.
Oh, tax evasion. Excuse me. And they crack open cool ones. You're right. I apologize. Yeah. Sorry. Important.
Cold ones.
Do they get caught?
The river.
How do they not get caught?
Well, you'll have to watch to find out.
Oh, okay. Who are you having playing Billy, and who are you gonna have play Bob?
No, it's not. I'm not making it.
What?
It's an independent Disney feature.
Oh! I didn't know they were going indie. That's news to me. I'm the Disney guy, as you know. Wow, okay.
Yeah, no, it's
that's impressive. I'm good for them. Good for them. They're wisening up that
Bob Iger and Walt Disney themselves are making it.
Are they? Wow. That, I tell you, that Walt, I've missed him. It's been, what, 60 years? Did he?
Yeah.
If there was one thing that Walt Disney was known for, it was tax evasion,
Yeah.
To all who come to this happy bank, give me your money. That was his quote.
And then after they made the pilot, they went to the river and cracked open a cold one.
Oh, it's out now.
Yeah.
I can watch it right now.
Yeah.
Send me a link. I'd love to see it. I'd love to show the audience.
Yeah, okay, here, I'll get it to you right now.
Okay, cool. While he's doing that.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. All right, let me take a look. Oh, this is a middle finger, Elias. This is not the link to the show. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were fibbing.
I don't know what happens when you climb up in the air. I don't know what happens when you jump off the sled.
You know he's lying because he's singing now.
Daddy like it.
Oh my God! Stop! Stop!
Is that a good bit? Is that good?
Well, we have the wall of laughing emojis. I think they liked it.
Yeah,
I think that was good. That was really good. That's cool because that actually works for the show because they could be like pitching ideas. It's like, okay, tell me about it. Oh, it's got this guy. Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool. All right.
Should do just a short. Yeah. That's just that clip. Angus, Chucky's looking for ideas. It's just that audio clip. It was just like, oh yeah, they do that.
It's Chucky and Angus. I love that actually. That's not a bad. Somebody should make that an animatic. I would love to see that actually. That would be spectacular. That was really good. Oh my God, we're on a roll.
Yeah,
this is probably one of my favorite podcasts we've done in a really, really long time.
It's because I'm shutting off my brain.
Oh, is that what it is?
Well, yeah, I'm still good.
Mm-hmm.
What? You were a little muffled.
No, I was talking to myself.
Oh, talk to us. We'll actually talk back.
No.
Well, fine. Be that way. Whatever. Clown Man says, this just came across my mind, but will Chucky Chicken be put on DVD or any other form of physical media?
If you want, we want to put it on physical media, but like we're still figuring out what.
You're not gonna believe this, but in my stash, I do have like one VHS free to like put something in it.
You can make a VHS tape of Chucky Chicken cartoons?
No, I have one that I never opened since the 90s.
Oh my God. You know what? Chucky Chicken on VHS? Anybody want it?
It's gonna be like the first 3 minutes is Chucky Chicken, and then it's like the middle of the commercial for a movie.
like clips to like, I don't know, freaking Rockadoodle or something. Oh, Julia, Chucky should be on Disney Plus. LOL.
No, it's completely empty.
Saberwing wants his on Laserdisc. Thanks. Okay, we'll get on that. Okay, have any of you ever watched anything on a Laserdisc? I have to know.
I never had a real Laserdisc like thing to reproduce anything, right? No.
Oh. Well, you.
Sorry.
Well, to give you credit, you are in a third world country, so it makes sense,
Oh, okay. Ow.
But what? No, that's.
Okay, Michael.
Wow. Okay. I feel like a dick now.
I didn't mean to be.
I just never heard of the Laserdisc. Like, I don't think it came to the country.
I'm not. Yeah, I never really had Laserdisc either.
Okay. I'm not even. I'm doing nothing. I'm just over here, just like hyperventilating, and you're making fun of me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny.
Call the police. They're still chasing the old man. No, are we done with that bit? Okay, never mind.
What?
Anyway, so we're just gonna keep moving forward. Here. Jeez, we're killing Tino.
Lol.
God bless it. That was so good. Remember when people used to join us on the show? Those were
I like this because we just get to be unhinged.
We do. And we don't scare people off, because
as far as we know.
Well, we haven't scared anybody off yet. Well, maybe Tina, but it's okay. Julia says, can you imagine if the no, Elias.
What? I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, okay.
I did nothing.
Yeah, sure.
I've been nothing but a good special boy.
Tino,
I've been nothing but a perfect little specimen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do tell.
If I ought to be guilty about something, it's about being silly.
You are.
Yeah.
Saberwing did say Tino just buries himself in his work to avoid you two at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. In perfect unison. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. DreamWorks.
Be like this sometimes.
Let's see. Oh, DreamWorks Moon asks, I have a question about the rabbits in the show. Will they act like they hate each other or be like the Addams Family kids?
Huh?
Yeah, you cut out.
Yeah.
Did I for real?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. DreamWorks Moon asked, I have a question about the rabbits in the show. Will they act like they hate each other or be like the Addams Family kids? No.
The rabbits?
What, Johnny and Janice?
Like Johnny and Janice? Is that who you're talking about?
I'm gonna. Yeah, we need more information.
Yeah, you need to elaborate a little bit.
Black rabbits, though.
They are, yeah, but no, two very different characters. They have quite the distance in age,
Yeah.
Coffee Cat Dad, hello. Sorry, I gotta hop off and get cleaned up before making supper.
Hello.
If I don't make it back before the end, have a good night, y'all. I didn't know you were here. Why didn't you say hello before?
What the heck?
Oh, Coffee Cat Dad, you're slipping. Oh, no, he did say hello. Never mind. I'm slipping. I'm the jerk tonight, so... while I'm watching this. Oopsie poopsie. Anyway. I was doing some fun voices the other night. Yeah.
I figured out that I could kind of do Baby Benton from Muppet Babies.
So.
You sound like Tinky Winky.
That is not Tinky.
Winky. They don't even talk.
Yeah, they do.
They
Yeah,
do.
they do.
They do.
They go like.
Tinky Winky. La la. I'm not doing that.
Oh.
I'm not doing that.
What? You didn't like my Poe?
Huh?
You didn't like my Poe?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh?
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep the beat.
Kimberly Gonzalez. DreamWorks to Kimberly says, "Do the rabbits hate each other or not?" Well, first of all, ask us, because Kimberly's not on the show. No, they're brother. Yeah, they're brother and sister. Yeah, they're brother and sister.
They have, sibling squabbles, but
yeah, they quibble, but
they quibble, they quabble,
yeah,
they wobble.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Matthew, telecockneys. Okay, I don't know if that's dirty or not, but I don't know how I feel. Twinkie winky, la la. Pow! Me another glass at the pub.
Oh man, God, I wish that was me.
One question, Mike. Do you other voices for the characters of the channel or no? I do a couple more voices, yes.
Yeah.
I do, as a matter. I'm the voice of a very you'll hear this voice.
A very special boy.
Yes, you haven't met him yet, but when you do, he'll just laugh and laugh and laugh. He's a dirt.
Just laugh.
He's both very clean and very dirty.
He's my favorite.
He is. He is.
He's a good boy.
He is. He's buckets of fun, one might say. Anyway.
Some might say this.
Some might say he's squeaky clean. So, Saberwing. Oh dear. Julia chuckles. Or the Mad Hatter. Listen, I actually do a character in that voice, and it was inspired by Ed Wynn, right? The guy who did the Mad Hatter and Alice in Wonderland. He was a very famous old school comedian. Then a couple years ago, or last year, I think, Tino introduced me to Legends of Evantris, and I just, I cannot.
With a crippling hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
There they go.
Blow into the wind.
Yeah. They're coming right off.
They're coming right off.
Michael just lost it.
I did.
It's always funny making Mike laugh when he's in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, because then I could be loud and, people look at me funny, but I don't care. I'm in what are you going to do? Crash into me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably would. Yeah, you would. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
No, because I don't have a license.
Tino.
I have a license to kill.
Really? Where did you procure this license?
On Amazon.
You weren't supposed to get that. We talked about this. Remember? That was revoked.
Mine expired.
Well, it's like a fishing license. You got to re-up it every year.
Oh no, yours was revoked for that incident back in 12.
In 1912, yeah.
No, 2012. You know the one. You know what I'm talking about.
No,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
In that pizza parlor with the giant rat.
He was cool, though.
You started a riot. You took you took the rat's head off and you put it on your own, and you were saying, "I own this place," and you just started scaring the children.
Well, you don't, because I thought he was gonna ratatouille.
I can't go back there now because of you. You know that, right?
Because I thought he was gonna ratatouille me, and then I would make the best pizza ever known.
How is you putting on the rat's head? Oh, you know what? Never mind.
He was gonna ratatouille me.
No, he wasn't. Elias ratatouille you. Okay, yeah, he was gonna ratatouille you. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Saberwing Dan, Mike, airing all of Elias's dirty laundry. He knows what he did, and he should be sorry.
Yeah, we're not even gonna talk about what happened in 1912.
No, we're not.
I did know that one.
I'm still mad at you that we got our time machine confiscated.
Our what?
Our time machine. That we used to go back to 1912?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, I mean...
Jerk.
The toilet was back
up. You guys went to 1912 without me? Oh.
I'm sorry, Tino. We tried.
It wasn't that great.
It really, really wasn't.
No.
It smelled pretty bad.
World War One. A lot of gas. You know, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that's a lot of ass.
There you go.
we got some gas right here on the podcast.
I did not mean to make that sound. I'm really sorry.
It worked though.
It did. It really did. Oh my god. Well, no, because we got the time machine because we wanted to go back to World War II because, and we put the coordinates wrong, and unfortunately we ended up in Germany in 1912. So, a whole world war earlier, and, he had...
you were still on time.
No, we were early. So, we were very early. So,
it depends on what we were going to do there.
Well, Elias had to use the bathroom, so we went to this little place in France, and of course I don't know how to speak any French, but Elias here, being Canadian, could. And I'm still mad at you because I was hoping that you would help me, like be my wingman, but she ended up like smacking me and throwing like whatever that was in that bucket on me. I didn't want to know anymore. I wiped that from my memory.
It did not smell good.
No, it really didn't. Like, talk about ratapoopy. But, yeah. And then he comes, running out of the bathroom, grabbing me, saying, "Go." I'm like, "What do you mean, go?" He's like, "Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go." The poor girl goes to the back, screams, and then we hop in the time machine, and then we get caught by the time police, and they're just like, "Did you do this?"
And I was like, no.
And then they had that instrument that actually was able to identify you using your actual genetic code that was in the toilet that they found. That was weird. That was weird. That was insane. That was weird. That was just... So yeah, so then he dropped us off back in our own time, and he took the time machine away.
Yeah. Now we don't have a time machine anymore. Which sucks, because I wanted to go see the dinosaurs.
Yeah, and we were going to bring you, Tino, to see the dinosaurs, but then someone had to poop in a cafe and clog the toilet in 1912. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my B.
Yeah, it is your B.
My big fart.
Everyone give your big fart. Poop emojis for Elias getting her time machine confiscated away. Saberwing just goes, "Did you rehearse this, Mike?" Nope. No. This was all on the fly.
It's called acting. Look it up.
I'm sensing a running gag.
Well, I think this is done.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I don't like it that much, but it's all right.
Whoa.
Well, too bad.
Yeah,
okay.
You choke on that. What's wrong with it?
Whoa, Michael.
Works, bro. What?
Graham Gator says y'all are gross.
Yeah.
What did I do?
It's
You didn't do nothing, Tino. I think he's just talking about me and Mike.
oh my
Oh my
gosh.
god.
I love the little Tino is writing chat and help on the drawing.
Chad, I can't believe you wrote me out.
I did it for the poop and toilet emojis. I got it.
Yeah. You did get a couple poops, so, Julia and Alam Aguilar. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Well, I mean, that was nothing compared to when we were in the submarine.
Don't even bring that up, man. I don't want to talk about the submarine.
Yeah, because it was you that clogged up the toilet.
Listen, okay? You were the one who insisted that I try the new Chipotle wrap. Okay? I told you no. I said I was on a diet. You didn't believe me.
Well, it had vegetables in it.
And I told you that the stupid thing didn't... What do you mean vegetables? You know I love vegetables. What? What are you talking about?
It had vegetables, so it's fine to eat on a diet.
So, for people who are wondering what Elias is talking about, we were invited to go try and find the lost city of Atlantis. And I said, that's malarkey. And Elias was like, oh, come on, it'll be fun. It'll be just
and
like...
I slapped you were wrong.
He said, it's going to be just like the movie. And I was like, I hate the movie. And he goes... And he says, I hate you. And there was like this massive fight between us. And I was like, fine, we'll go. And he says, fine, I forgive you. So we're in this... And it wasn't even the Nautilus. It was like a little... It looked like a thing straight out of Russia. It was silver. You know, like that scene in Mission Impossible, the final one, where he's like in the vessel trying to find the... You never saw the last of Mission Impossible. Anyway.
I know. I haven't seen it.
Okay, well, anyway... Here we are, we're crammed in this little U-boat, and all of a sudden we're like going down, 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 down. Tino, were you there with us, Tino? I don't remember.
I think Tino was there.
Was he?
Tino, you were on the submarine with us.
I remember seeing whales, so maybe.
Okay, yeah, so he was there. Okay, yeah, okay. So anyway, of course my stomach started making the rumblies that only a toilet would satisfy. I ran in there, closed the door, and just as I'm doing my business, all of a sudden I hear this banging on the door, and they're like, Mike, we're under attack, and I'm like, oh, crap, and then, of course, it all comes out, and I'm horrified. I'm trying to, like, I'm a bigger guy, you know? So anyway, I stumble out, and they're like, you didn't even flush, and I'm like, we're under attack, you know? And Elias, you know, I don't even remember what happened while I was in the bathroom. You tell that part of the story, man.
Okay, so
yeah.
Mike was in the bathroom.
I was.
And me and Tino, we were out, we saw the whales, Tino waved, and then at the corner of my eye, through the big dome glass in the front of the submarine, right. I saw something, and I'm looking over, and then come to find... There's this guy, and he swims up to the front of the submarine, and like we can't hear him. Yeah, he tapped on the wall, and we couldn't hear him because he was outside, right? So right. You know, he's doing sign language, and I'm looking up. Okay, what's this guy talking about? So you know, I'm looking it up and I'm interpreting, and this guy, he says, "Hey, I'm lost, and I gotta find a way to get back to my place. I'm going to need about $350."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't have $350. We're in a submarine. We spent all of our money on getting on this submarine. I don't got $350. And that's when I realized This wasn't just a diver. This was a 15-foot tall Loch Ness monster.
That's right.
And then he started attacking the submarine, and that's when I went to go get Mike.
And I'm like, damn it, Elias, I'm trying to take a poo.
I thought he was giving us a weird hug.
You know what the sad part of that whole story is? I had a $5 on me. I could have easily given it to him. But Elias was like, no, it's the principal. We need to kill this thing.
Don't ever give the Loch Ness monster tree fitty, because it's just going to keep coming back asking for more.
Listen, I thought I gave him $3.50 before. I thought we were good.
That's why he followed us.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Well, now you know.
So
you've learned it.
And then
But anyway, I got an autograph for Nessie, so
yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, Tina, you got his autograph? No wonder he was asking us for tree fitting.
Well, yeah, I mean, he that was his payment, dude. Like, I don't understand why he wouldn't let me pay the thing for his... I was going to say pay the man, but he's not a man.
Well, I didn't know.
I mean, he was a man, but then he turned into a 15-foot tall lizard-like creature from the, Cretaceous area. I get it. For the Cretaceous, not the Crustaceous. That's a whole different thing.
The Crustaceous.
Yeah, crab people.
Yeah.
So anyway, this thing destroyed,
Michael, we're not in the Cretaceous yet.
Yeah.
Because
they're tight. Right. So anyway, the Loch Ness monster sends us down this dark cavern, and we're just like trying so hard. Like, we're dodging the rocks and the stalactites. Like, we're going like 500 knots. It just is insane. And then, oh my gosh.
Tamrico with a $20 donation.
Woo! Thank you, Tamrico. Hey guys, I know it's been a while, just been busy lately, but I want to wish you all well and hope you're doing well. Get lots of Toonie hugs to catch up on, right? You are so right, my friend. Absolutely. Good to see you, Tamrico. We have missed you. Boy, we got to catch you up on some stuff. But anyway, so then finally, the alarm is blaring in this thing. I can't hear crap. Tino is freaking out. He's crying because he lost his autographed picture of the Loch Ness monster, or one of them. He had two.
No.
Yeah, he had two. So you lost one of them. I know. I'm sorry, Tino.
Yeah.
So then finally, the whole thing goes dark. We wake up, and we're surrounded by like these weird tribal people, and it like I'm not gonna lie.
They were pretty sexy. I can't lie.
Well,
they were so built. Right?
I can't comment, but Elias can, because he's into that. But anyway,
I'm into it. People with attractive muscles. Wow.
But anyway,
what a rarity.
So anyway, I mean, so they take us out of our ship and they go. We find out that they can speak English, which thank God. Like, because again, I felt bad enough in France back in 1912. I was not going to go through that again. And then just to
here's the weirdest thing is that, they were talking something odd at the beginning, but it kind of sounded like French. So I start speaking French. They start speaking French. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, well, hey, do you speak English? And then they're like, yeah. And then and then this beautiful woman, she led us through the chasms, and then she lifted her hand and said, "Welcome to Atlantis." But it was all made of garbage from the ocean.
It was really sad.
It was.
It was very heartbreaking, and
it was like the Detroit of the ocean.
We were like, "This is it. No wonder it's hidden. This is horrible." And it smelled like it too. We're just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like imagine.
You can tell that it was just garbage that's been on the ocean for uncountable years.
Imagine a dirty dumpster found underneath the docks in like Miami. Like that's what it all smelled like. And I super weak, Mike. You leave the beautiful woman alone. I tried. They wouldn't let me. I wanted to be alone with the beautiful woman. They wouldn't let me. Anyway, I mean, I try. Anyway, they were just like, thank you.
Yeah, they thought you were a headhunter, but a different type.
No.
That was a good one.
That was very good. I did have to go to the bathroom again, so you are right. I was hunting for the head, you know. So,
Yeah, and it took you even longer than the time you were crapping in the...
Yeah, so anyway. So it was my turn to go ahead and embarrass us, and so I clogged the toilet at a tavern in Atlantis, and they were like, "You are forbidden from coming back." And Elias was really mad. Tina was furious because he got one of those glowy rock things, you know?
Yeah.
And they took those away because they don't want us living forever, you know, for obvious reasons, you know?
They looked at all three of us fat bastards. And like,
I'll give them like 10 years, then they're just done, you know? Like, if it's not their arteries or their livers, it's, you know... The one that sounds like a chicken is just going to get stabbed. Like, you know. That hurt my feelings, by the way. And then they brought us back, you know?
They did, but, like...
unceremoniously.
We didn't even get any souvenirs. But, I mean, writing on the back of that giant lobster was pretty cool.
No, it wasn't.
Well, that's because you're a baby.
The thing attacked me, Elias. You don't forget it being attacked by a giant lobster monster.
It only attacked you because when you were swimming, you looked like a big shrimp.
How was that my fault?
Your technique?
Listen, I have been practicing my swimming in the pool for 4 months. I can't help it if I look like a flapping sausage, okay? So anyway, so
I had fun riding the giant lobster.
I mean, I wanted to, but you wouldn't let me. You commandeered, you stole it from me, and then you used it to attack me.
It was funny.
Yeah, the whole time you're saying, "We're doing this for the lulz, Mike." Think of the lulz.
I grabbed you in its big claw. And I wiggled you around, and it was hilarious.
Yeah,
I flopping around.
I was the real life shrimp back Chucky.
And you made sounds like...
I don't know what I was thinking. I was just so scared. It was like... you know? Oh, God.
So... Yeah, that's the story about the submarine.
Yeah, that was something else, man. It was insane.
So now we we gotta title this one "The Lore of the Cluckin Crew."
The travel tales of the Cluckin Crew.
Which is probably just gonna be something that continues to happen.
Yeah.
It's a good bit though. I'm having fun.
I am too. And our improv skills off the freaking charts. Holy cow! I've not been able to exercise like this in a long time.
Saberwing at the Coffee Cat Dead. We need to bring liquor when we're finally guests on the podcast. I can't compete with this sober. See, if you're not like this, you shouldn't get it as a job. Because
no, you
need to be crazy.
You need to be insane. You really do.
You do.
You need to be insane to be an animator. So. And that's what we are.
But like the good kind of crazy.
Yeah, not like that one guy.
Yeah.
Remember him?
I do.
What was his name? Like Dr.
His name was like Dr. Big Higgleberg or something.
No, it was like...
Or am I thinking of a different guy?
You're thinking of a different guy. I was thinking of like... He was the one who was like in the... Remember we were in the graveyard? Like, it was Halloween, right? And we were coming back from that Halloween party, and we just see this guy in the graveyard, and he's like laughing. And he's got this buddy of his with like this horrible back problem. Like, I swear, he looked like like his back.
Like he kind of looked like the animated Quasimodo, but
he
like
did.
In real life.
Yeah, like he was horrifying, and he was just like going, "Master," and he's like, "Shut up, Igor." You know, it was. I thought it was a bit, not gonna lie, and then he saw us, and he stopped us, and he was like, "You help us." You know, put it in the bag. I'm like, put what in the bag?
And then I was like, well, how much are you paying?
And I was like, Alliance. And he said, I'll give you each $3.50.
Why did it? Okay, wait. No, I'm pausing this. I need to tell you this because I just saw this on the in the chat, and YouTube decided that this message was not okay for Cat Fox. This message is being held for review. Cat Fox, he sounds like a meanie fettuccine.
What?
Why was that held for review?
I don't understand. That's hilarious.
Why was that held for review?
You need to let that one through.
I did.
Okay.
I did let it through.
Cat Fox, I am so sorry. I need to find this. Where is it? Is it?
It was pretty recent, so
okay.
It might not show up on the OBS. But...
This improv is incredible. Really? That's a no-no? Okay. No,
I guess they don't. YouTube hates fettuccine. I did allow it, so it might just be like if you do other people in the chat see it? Is it there for other people?
Yeah, let us know, because I mean the anti-pasta propaganda that's been going on with YouTube lately. I mean,
I can't tolerate this lactose intolerance.
I can't either, man. You know,
it's disgusting.
It really is.
Yeah, no, we were talking to the guy in the
graveyard.
Graveyard.
Yeah.
Cemetery. Same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. And they had giant bags of I thought was like rotting meat. It smelled horrible. Like there were maggots, and I was like, "What are you doing?" You know. And he's just like. What did he say? Something along the lines of like, "You are going to help us," and like, what are we gonna do? And so he handed me a shovel, and he said, "Start digging, fat boy." And I'm like, "Wow, rude." And I just started digging.
And then I said, "Hey, you can't call him fat. That's a hate crime."
And he's like, "Shut up, you!" And he smacked you. That got me mad. And I like.
Yeah, and then I grabbed his hand after he smacked me. And I bent his wrist, breaking it.
I tried to leap on him, but then that humpback guy like attacked me and like scared the crap out of me. I was incapacitated.
Tino tried to hump your back, but
he did. Like that was gross.
He did.
Like ew. Oh god, nightmares. So I can't watch Hunchback of Notre Dame anymore. Like he ruined that movie for me. Like, jeez. Like
so then we look into. I'm looking into the bag as I'm holding this man's broken wrist. Yeah, and it does look as though it's like rotting meat and stuff. But then horrible. I reach in and
like
I
a weirdo.
Swipe away the top layer because I thought I saw something underneath. It's all diamonds underneath the rotting meat, and I'm like, well, we gotta just take these.
And I'm like, what? No, leave it. We're not bringing the bag of rotting meat. And he goes,
and then
no.
I go, no, these guys are obviously evil, and they're going to use these diamonds for nefarious purposes, and the evil guy whose wrist I'm still holding, he's just sobbing, and he's passed out from the pain because he's built like a paperclip.
I mean,
and then the humpback guy,
I felt bad for him. I did. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he deserved it.
Well, okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
he's an evil. I presume he had to be an evil scientist.
I mean, find the line.
Not to like. What's the word?
We're not discriminating against evil scientists. You know, I mean, this guy was an evil scientist. It was, not a good thing. So, and then we tried to take the bag, and we tried to take, but then we obviously had to call the cops because we were not going to let this guy just. Run amok the town with shovels and graveyard meat.
Yeah. So the cops, it takes them like half an hour to get there.
Because of course they do.
And when they get there, they take the bag of yucky meat and diamonds because it's quote unquote evidence. We never got to even get a diamond. I never even got to sneak one out of there because Mike didn't let me before the cops came.
I've honestly never seen you so sad. Like ever. You were genuinely both like
I almost cried.
Yeah,
I almost cried.
You were like that combination like sad mad. Like you were heartbroken and you were looking at me like you wanted to destroy me. And I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I wasn't gonna let you touch the.
Dude, those diamonds could have set us up for life. We could have paid for everything with those diamonds.
Listen, not cemetery meat diamonds. We'll get our own.
I'm taking any diamonds I can get, brother.
Look, listen. Okay, I didn't want to say this, but I got us a trip. We're going to Colorado. Okay, I got it. I got it.
I'm a giraffe. Do you like that?
I'm mad that's what broke me. I'm really mad that's what broke me. I can't believe it. We were doing so good. We were doing so good.
Okay, what are we doing in Colorado?
We were gonna.
What are we doing?
We were gonna mine. We were gonna.
Oh yeah, we're gonna mine and craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it, and we'll be able to tell the stream about it next week. So that's nice.
No, they're never gonna know about this.
What do you mean?
This is our.
Don't tell me we're going to the blood diamond mine.
No. Not after what happened to Tino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like to talk about it. So
yeah, Tino had a bad time at the blood diamond
he
mine.
really, we just.
Well, because they thought he was a local, and they
yeah,
don't really treat him very well.
Oh my god, it was terrible. Oh. Let's not let's not bring it up to him when he comes back, okay? Because he just
Dolly Baez, Elias Blooms for everything.
It's so true, though. It really is.
Yeah,
it's so true. I can't get away with nothing.
Nope. And I get away with it all.
You do. The giraffe that announces the funny hippo. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to go find the. The legendary funny hippo, haha, hee hoo hoo.
Yes, yeah, it was recently spotted out in the Serengeti.
Literally, it's got spots. Who knew?
It does.
It's kind of weird. Like
it's like a dark blue hippo with bright green spots.
Honestly, remember when you drew that hippo? Looks it looks nothing like it.
Well, I mean. My drawing was pretty crude.
It was, yeah. So, Saberwick says, "I hope it's a neurotic giraffe like beloved Madagascar character Melman."
Melman. Melman is. I didn't like Melman at first, but he grew on me.
Because he's got because he's
no.
Oh, okay.
Because he's a funny, endearing character.
All right.
Going on for a little bit now, though.
We have been 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Do you want to do another little short break while we're waiting for Tino, and then we'll come back?
Probably a good idea. So we're gonna take a short rest.
We'll tell some more fun stories from our adventures when we get back.
Yeah, stay tuned. The road to 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and as you can see, we have this many. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and help us reach 10K today. And we're back.
We're back.
We are. So Tino's still not here.
We're back and better than ever.
Woo!
How was that?
That was great.
Was that a good, yeah?
That was great. Yeah.
That could be a Saturday morning.
You could. 100%. Yeah. Yes, I could.
Up next, Sonic the Hedgehog goes crazy.
Raypad's cool.
Raypad's cool.
I hate that hedgehog.
I wish he sounded like, I hate that hedgehog.
Yeah.
Oh man, but you know what? I was thinking, and we were talking about how we went to Atlantis and stuff, and you know what that reminded me of, Mike?
What was that, Elias?
It reminded me of our infamous fishing competition that we had.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember?
How could I forget? That was when
it was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, we were down in Mexico.
Yeah, we were down in Mexico, and I was all in with, trying to fish for some groupers or some steelhead.
Right, but then
you were all about the lobsters, and I didn't even think lobsters lived in Mexico.
Well, this was before Atlantis, so I wasn't quite anti-lobster, but I don't know what it is. For some reason, I just was. Oh,
because I remember your argument being that lobster is gonna sell way more per pound than the dumb fish that you're gonna catch, and I was just like, listen, okay, we'll do it like this then. We'll both do our own thing, and then whoever catches more would end up. That would be kind of what we would go with.
Well, again, this was before Red Lobster was going out of business, and I was just like,
Red Lobster?
Yeah.
Wait, it went out of business?
It did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We don't have them up here. So
yeah. They did declare bankruptcy, but I think they may be making a comeback if I'm not mistaken. That's not a bit. That actually did happen.
Yeah, that's real. Well, what are you talking about, Mike? This whole story is real.
I know. I just, I'm just reminding people this isn't a bit, So anyway, but yeah, we were in Mexico, and I was just on this lobster kick. I was like, we got to do this. So, oh my gosh, I see what you're talking about. I don't know if you could hear me during that whole time, but
I heard you at the beginning, and then it cut out a little.
yeah, I'm seeing it on real time here because
Like on Discord.
yeah, on Discord I think is what it is because these guys can still hear me. Yeah.
Maybe check your audio settings or something.
Let me do that real quick. But yeah, so we got remember the boat we got?
Yeah, it was just this little, like, cute little white and blue thing. I think it was called, like, the Marlin.
Was it the Marlin? I thought it was the Minnow.
Oh, it might have been the Minnow.
The Minnow.
Yeah, no. I thought we were going to get the Marlin.
No.
But then the guy, he, like, walked us out on the pier, and then he, like, held out his hand, and it was just this little tiny, like, dinghy called the Minnow.
It was
cute, though. It had, like, a little sail.
I was not impressed.
I wasn't impressed either, but, like, hey, it's better than, like, a rowboat.
I mean,
It had a little motor at the back.
there was no way that we could put a rowboat in the middle of the Sea of Cortez, okay? That's all I'm saying. But anyway. Yeah.
They did it in Road to El Dorado.
Okay.
They were fine.
So here we are, the SS Minnow, fishing for lobsters and whatever you were grouper. You were going for grouper. That's right.
I was going for grouper, and they're like, if you don't know what a grouper is, they are like huge.
They're big boys.
They're huge.
I've caught a couple grouper in my day. Let me tell you. I got the photographic evidence to prove it.
Photographic evidence?
Photographic, yeah. Got it developed in Colorado. So
By
anyway, yeah. Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey the giraffe. Yeah. Yeah, he tried to sell me toy. I don't know. Anyway, so here we are, and then all of a sudden, it starts to rain. Right? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started to rain, and like the wind was starting to pick up, so like the waves were getting a little bit rocky.
It was. I thought we were done for. Like I was yelling at you the whole time. I wanted to stay on shore, and you're like, this is fun, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, and I didn't really hear you because I had my headphones in.
Oh, for God's sake!
I wasn't really paying attention. I was focused on my fishing rod. You know? I gotta pay attention.
Captain Mayhab over here. Yeah. In the middle of the storm.
I was looking for the infamous white grouper.
He was quoting Ahab from the book,
Yeah, I did that a lot. I did that like the whole time.
I damn thee, thy damned grouper! I'm like, that's not how it goes. Silence, fool!
About every hour and a half or so, I'd pull out a quote from Moby Dick.
And I was like, oh my God, stop! Oh, don't worry, I got back at him though because I started singing Disney songs.
You started singing Rock Lobster on repeat for like an hour.
You liked it, though. You did.
Yeah, I was on it.
Because you would go...
I danced a little bit.
You did.
Every now and then I would go, Rock Lobster.
Rock Lobster. We were in a boat. We were about to frickin' die. There was a storm.
And speaking of the storm...
Yes.
A big bolt of lightning shot right in front of the boat.
I was scared.
And oh yeah, no, that definitely caught my attention. And I did nearly pee my pants. It was real close. It was real close.
You stopped quoting Ahab that day because you almost turned into Ahab that day.
I stopped then, but then when we got back to shore, I started quoting him again. But
I was
in the meantime, right after the lightning hit the water, we saw something had floated to the surface where it was. Like the lightning had killed some kind of fish.
Oh my God, the thing was huge.
Yeah,
and
what even was it?
It was like this. It was like it was whale sized, and it looked like a white beluga whale. And I'm actually surprised that you forgot because I ribbed you so hard because I legit thought that you caught Moby Dick. And I was just laughing my ass off at the boat. And you're just like, oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah. Now I remember. Listen, a lot has happened between then and now.
Yeah, a lot of doobie smoked. Anyway.
A lot of doobie smoked. We literally went to Atlantis.
We did. Yes.
And then we did that bowling tournament, which was pretty fun.
Oh, God, not the bowling tournament.
Well, you're just mad because you didn't get a strike.
I'm still paying for the damages. I'm still,
okay,
today. Listen, no. Let me tell you about what these two chuckleheads decided to do. So they put the bumpers up because they were like, oh, I don't want to, I don't want to get gutter balls because that's no fun. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Well, listen, it's because we were playing with like the small balls.
It was yeah, you would know, wouldn't you?
We were playing with the little ones instead of the big ones with the 3 holes in them.
Right.
I don't know what the official names are.
Tino gets up there and he just drops the ball right at the edge of the alley of the lane, and then proceeds to like push it, and it just slowly goes all the way across. Like it
took like 5 minutes for it to get to the end, but he did get a strike.
I was so enraged by that. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no.
But you can't be mad because that single-handedly won us the tournament.
But, okay. But then, we won this is true. But then, they wanted the rematch because they were mad about how Tino scored the winning strike. And then you guys were like, no, we won. Get over it. Called him a bunch of dirty names. I was like, ooh, probably shouldn't do that. And then that one guy from Newfoundland comes out. And he goes, oh, you think you're so good at bowling, bite? And I was...
He goes, Lord Tundra Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
How could you do that to us?
That's right. Seamus was his name. That's right. I'll never
Seamus,
forget. Yeah.
Seamus and his brother O'Sheen.
That's right. Seamus and O'Sheen. I'll never forget them for as long as I live. One had a big, bushy red beard, and the other...
Yeah, and the other had a big, bushy red hair, but no beard. One of them was bald with a beard, and one of them had no beard, but he had a big bushel of hair.
It was very like they were almost.
They were twins.
They were
twins.
One was very jealous of the other.
Yeah.
Like one of
but
them.
We could never forget. We could never remember which one that was.
Oh yeah.
Because they did give each other weird looks.
They did. I was very uncomfortable because one of them was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, Seamus. I had the hair in my eyes, and he just started like crying. Just, like,
yeah, and like he lifted his hair above his eyes, and his eyes were like super red. Like you could tell that his hair was like actually scraping against his eyes.
He looked like the devil. It was kind of scary.
He didn't look like the devil.
It was horrifying.
He looked. I will say it looked like he was having some kind of horrible allergic reaction.
Yeah, that hair though, suede. I don't know. I would ask what conditioner he used, but again, I was like Seamus, bald with a beard,
And I mean, I assume that you had straight hair when you had it.
Yeah.
So because Seamus's hair was so curly.
It was. It
so
really was.
I don't know if his hair products would have worked for you.
No, O'Shaughnessy, he was the one that had the hair. Seamus was the one with the beard. O'Sheen, thank you. Yeah.
O'Sheen.
Yeah. I mix up the names all the time. It's been so long since I haven't thought of this bullet.
Well, I mean, because we've gone on at least like 57 different adventures for like the last 2 years.
It's been insane.
A lot to keep track of.
That's true. Every time that we get off of the podcast for like the past 2 years, which by the way, we did just recently celebrate 2 years of the podcast.
Yeah, happy birthday to the Cluckin Crew.
Yay! We share the same birthday with Donald Duck. It's pretty rad. I would love to get Donald Duck on the show as a guest on our anniversary to celebrate both of our birthdays. How cool would that be?
Seamus and O'Sheen?
No, I said Donald Duck.
Oh, Donald Duck. Yeah.
What do you mean? He's right here.
Hey, Tino!
We were just talking about the
bowling alley incident.
The bowling alley tournament that you won for us.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Why?
You got to tell us, like, the way that you were able to roll the ball across the alley so precisely and so slowly. and still get a
like
strike.
5 minutes.
It was
It took
insane.
like 5 minutes for the ball to get to the other side, but you got the strike.
I asked you, but we were about to get into this massive fight, so we didn't obviously have the time.
I got tips on the Flintstones.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So anyway, so then of course Sheamus and O'Sheen, they come up and they're trying to pick fights because they're bitter old Newfoundlanders. And
Newfies. You could just call them Newfies.
I don't want to do that because
that's what they're called.
They told me I couldn't call them that. They made it very clear. They're like, that's Arwood.
No. Everyone in Canada calls them that.
Oh, well, I'm not Canadian, so...
Well, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. That's why you weren't given the privilege.
For you, it's every day. Yeah. Me, it's a hate crime, American. White American, remember? Most hated person.
Well, they're also white.
That got way too real. Let's get back to our story.
Yeah.
So anyway, they start taking a swing at me, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? And I can obviously see that they're obviously intoxicated. I mean, they had way too much to drink.
One sec. Saberwing says, Newfies are dogs. Yes, they are. Newfoundlanders are a Canadian breed of dog that was developed in Newfoundland. Both the dog and the people are referred to as Newfies.
Oh my gosh, Shorty 40, a.k.a. Dante Majors, Tommy Turkey himself, folks, says there's a Canadian in the live stream. Live chat I lent.
Dante, you missed it. We've been talking about all of our fantastic escapades at Cluckin Crew.
It's been insane. Fantastic. It's been quite the wild ride.
Yeah, we're in the middle of talking about these Newfie boys that we battled against in our bowling tournament that Tino won for us.
I wouldn't say battled. I ran away. You were the smart
one. No,
I
mean battle as in like our bowling team against their bowling team.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We didn't. I barely even remember who the third guy on their team was. I think he just like left right after it was done. I didn't even learn his name.
I think it was like.
I think it was just like Derek or something.
It was Quentin.
Quentin,
yeah. Because he was remember he was having a really tough time that night, and they were making fun of him like,
They made fun of his name.
Oh, Quentin wants to quit now, does he?
Yeah, well, he kept looking at his phone and like typing and looking really sad. I did kind of sneak over to kind of like look at what he was doing.
Ooh, spill the tea.
Okay, so it looked like he may have been having a really tumultuous conversation with his wife, who I assume is now his ex-wife.
Oh, I feel bad for Quentin now.
I mean, sucks to be him, I guess.
He did.
Sucks to be him, I guess. He was pretty good, though. He was pretty good.
I mean, as soon as the ball hit the pins after Tino's 5-minute stroll down the alley, he did erupt into tears and run out of the alley. I mean, it was pretty sad, but and then
I guess I took away the only thing he had left.
That you did, you did, and that's why Sheamus and O'Sheen were like, "Oh, we gotta defend our boy Quinty."
Yeah, like they were making fun of him, but at the end of the day, that's their homie.
They were solid bros, and
they
boy,
were.
like
it's like you and me, Mike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're laughing because he would let me die. I know that. I'm kidding. I'm joking. That would.
Oh yeah. Dante, I'm curious.
Saberwing.
What side of what side of Canada are you from? I assume you're from the East Coast.
Saberwing says hashtag do it for Quinty. Absolutely. So yeah, anyway, we had this big bowling alley brawl with these two Newfies. I'm calling them now. I don't care. And I'll never forget it because that maneuver that you did, you were able to get them to like trip across all 20 bowling alley lanes. Yep. They smashed into the wall, and it was hysterical. I'm losing my
And I
mind.
got a strike on all of the on all the lanes.
You did.
It was a very precise maneuver. I had to use some of my powers to do it. But
I didn't know you
it's
could.
very rare that I pull that out.
It's
Once in a blue moon, I do that.
Yeah, it has to be a literal blue moon. You know, like
it does.
If it's not, blue,
and thankfully on that day,
blue moon,
blue moon,
boom, 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 boom.
So we have to name, we have to title this episode "The Cluckin Crew Lore Revealed."
What? Yeah.
Not clickbait in parentheses.
Right, and we have to have Tino draw like this epic art of the three of us just traveling. He's from Manitoba.
Oh, very cool. So yeah, east-ish coast.
East side.
I'm over here in BC.
The B side.
the big cat.
The big.
Wow.
I don't know what I was doing. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say something else, but that would be well too inappropriate.
Yeah, there's only.
You know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm the only BC on this show. Okay.
Big
anyway, thank you so much. Yeah. Julia, what are you doing?
No, she's adding on to my joke.
Oh.
Not clickbait at 3 a.m.
Oh.
You should title this, "We Don't Even Know, Guys." Shrugging emoji.
You know what? I'll just use the AI.
I like mine better.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was a bad thing to say. I apologize.
Don't do that!
The Coffee Cat Dad is from Alberta.
Oh, hey. We're kind of like, we're neighbors.
Oh my gosh, I'm being overrun.
If you ever come down to BC, let me know, and then we can grab a coffee.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Two orange cats hanging out.
And that's how you guys get on the Cluckin Crew. We do need to have Coffee Cat Dad.
We do need to have
Saberwing.
Coffee Cat Dad and Saberwing and Tamrico
and
at
Tamrico.
some point.
Yes. And because
kind of more little Toba.
Yeah, and just
medium.
And just and just because we know them so long, the Gonzalez sisters, I think.
Kimberly, BC stands for Big Chicken.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Stands before Christopher.
Before Chris, really?
You like that?
I did. That was good. All right. Before Christopher.
Sounds like a big plan. Hopefully, I can get a day off for that. Heck yeah, dude! If you ever do, just like message me on Discord.
Yeah.
I need to add you because you also hang out on streams, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, we love you, bro.
Yeah.
So anyway, one last view from the viewing room, seeing how Tino is doing.
Miss Minty.
We got a big old ball being drawn. Oh, okay.
Maybe pay attention, Mike.
Listen,
that was nothing.
I know.
I forget, did we finish our bowling story?
Yeah, we did. We got...
No, we got to the point where I used my epic move.
Yes,
but we never got to, like, the final conclusion.
Okay, so all I remember was that we were cheering that we beat these guys, and then we got our butts thrown out of that place.
Yeah, like, we had this big brawl, and then we were thrown out, but afterward... Seamus and Oshin, they were like, "You put up a real fight."
Who, me?
Let's go grab a drink.
They didn't even give me my trophy.
Well, that's the thing, is that after we had our brawl, Seamus and Oshin, like, they respected us. And so we went to a pub nearby, and they bought us all drinks of our choosing.
Yes, that's right. And they made fun of me.
And then I drank both of them under the table. And then Mike had to carry me home.
That was a hard walk.
It was. Well, you only had to carry me to the Uber because I did order the Uber.
Yes, you did. I don't know how you did, but you did. And
listen, I've had my fair share of moments of public intoxication.
Dolly Baez.
And that's real. And that's real.
And Dolly Baez, are you ending soon? Because I'm getting tired.
Hey man, if you're sleepy, you feel free to go to bed. I'm having fun.
I am too. This is great.
I still have energy. This is one of our rare longer streams.
Yeah.
Tino, do you have any fond memories of our adventures?
Yes, please, Tino. Your turn to share.
No, I'm working.
Oh.
That's fair. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe on my stream.
Oh my god!
Tomorrow
we could do more. Yeah.
Yeah. I for those interested, check out my channel on Twitch.
That's right.
I will go live tomorrow to work on some Chucky Chicken stuff.
Woo!
And I will likely have Mike and Tina with me, and then we'll talk more about our fun adventures.
I do enjoy talking about our adventures, and on your
we've had so many.
We did. Next time I will tell them about when we did go visit Tino in South America, and we ended up going to Rio. Remember that?
Oh man. Barely.
Tino remembers.
I was drinking a lot. Because I do love alcohol. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, yeah. Again,
I have not been the funnest person
from Ipanema.
What was that, Tino?
Then Michael signed the girl from Ipanema, but he did it in the American way, and the Brazilian people got really mad.
I did. That's right. So I messed it up. Like it was mentioned. You know, whenever anything goes wrong, blame Mike. So...
Okay, but to be fair, I did vomit in public while we were there.
You don't have to remind me. I know. I was there.
It's not my first rodeo with it, Mike. I've been embarrassing in public too many times.
It wasn't my first rodeo with you either. That was probably the 10th
well,
time.
here's the thing, is that, like, I've gotten so much better over the years, but it was just, like, the people were offering me drinks, and I can't say no.
Well, of course, man. Like, look at us. We basically were the two gringos who came down south. You know, of course they're going to put drinks in our face. And I had to tell them no because I don't drink, and they made fun of me.
Well, yeah, but you got to, like...
Remember that girl?
That girl that went nee. Yeah, I remember that. That wasn't cool.
That was not cool.
She was so beautiful.
I laughed.
You laughed. You laughed, and then hearing you laugh made me laugh. But yes. I did kind of feel bad. But then us laughing made Mike laugh, which made me feel less bad.
Only after I had, like, my Coca-Cola, then it made me feel a little better. But
one of these days, I'm going to be a terrible influence on you, Mike.
Never. Never, ever. You and so many people in high school and college have tried.
Oh, but I'm going to be successful.
Yes. Thank you, Julia. She goes, drinks all around, except Mike. He can have water or coffee. Thank you. 2 creams in mine, please. Thanks.
I see in chat, Adali Baez says, there's only 2 streams on Eliza's channel, and Saberwing is correct. Twitch deletes broadcasts after 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to get to partner, I'm pretty sure they would stay longer, but I am nowhere near that.
Maybe we should help you get to partner.
I think it's like 70-something concurrent viewers and a certain amount of, like, followers or subscribers or something. I've
Why don't you use the Valley Studios one? We're partners.
Well, I need to. No, you have I have the same thing as you do on Valley Studios. You're not a partner yet. Because partner and affiliate are like different things. With affiliate, you can get like monetization and all of that stuff. But partner is when you are like, it's kind of the more upper echelon of Twitch.
Gotcha. Wow.
So the Valley Studios and my channel both are affiliates, but we're not partners.
Well, at least we're making money.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Massive air quotes there. Making money, you know.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. Kim, you are 100% right. I did have a glass of Coca-Cola that night. That was a rough
A Coca-Cola.
No, a cope. Like I was coping in my cola. A Coca-Cola, yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Man, what was another fun thing we did?
Well, let's save them for your podcast. We don't want to tell all our stories.
We'll save it for my podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then if you're not in the Chucky Chicken Discord already, I'll post a link to that. And
that'd be cool. And I'll pin it.
I will post a link to my stream in the Chuck chat tomorrow.
Yes.
When we are close to the time.
Yes.
Let me find the invite link.
Yes. Okay, live chat. Yeah, here we go. So, but anyway, no, this has been, this has been so much fun. We're coming up on 3 hours here, so I do. These poor people, they had no idea that we were coming back to the like old school Cluckin Crew. I didn't even know we were coming back to it, to be honest with you. This was great.
You doubt my prowess.
You know what? I forgot that you were also a fellow like theater kid. So, you know,
I'm a theater kid who watched only like Animal Planet, Food Network, and like Comedy Central as a child.
It explains so much, if I'm being honest. So, but anyway, and then Tino here is just killing it on this background.
What was that, Tino?
Meerkat Manor.
Yes.
Meerkat Manor.
Meerkat Manor. Yes.
Meerkat Manor. I love Meerkat Manor. Dude, it's like the best. It's the best, like, documentary series about animals ever because it kind of
like a mockumentary.
No. I would say that it is a documentary in the style of like the most like reaching interpreation of like reality TV that you can imagine.
Lion
but
King.
No. But what's really cool about Meerkat Manor, this is the part where Elias talks about animal things that he likes. But Meerkat Manor is super cool as a documentary series because it follows one family of meerkats throughout like 10 years.
Oh.
And it kind of puts it together almost like reality TV. Almost like that's the only thing I can kind of like compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
And
imagine the Real Housewives.
Yeah, Real Housewives, but it's meerkats.
Julia says, I remember Meerkat Manor, especially the meerkat named Daisy.
Oh, Daisy was good. My favorite was always Mozart.
I never watched the show, so...
You should. It is on Amazon Prime, I believe.
Oh.
It might be elsewhere. Flower was an icon, and we salute Flower, because she's the OG queen, literally.
What happened? Did she get, like, eaten up by a hyena or something?
No. I forget exactly what happened, but I believe that she just was super old. Like, yeah, I think she just got really old and might have gotten sick or something, but she was, like, the original matriarch. And... watch Meerkat Manor. It's very good.
The Real Housewives.
And if I'm putting out a call to the audience. If anyone has a link to where I can watch, oh man, what's it called?
Oh, the one with the monkeys.
Yes, Monkey City.
Yeah.
Dark Days in Monkey City or something. It's very similar to Meerkat Manor, but if anyone knows where I can watch that, please let me know.
Temple.
Yes, they live in a temple. It's also like really good. It's a bit darker than Meerkat Manor, but
they're monkeys.
Amazon Prime.
They're monkeys. Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime.
Oh.
One season's on there right now.
See, but that's the thing, is that there's like 4 or 5 seasons of it. I want to watch all of it.
Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what it says right here on Goggle.
Oh, I'll find it. I'll find it.
Let's see. Its entire 13. It was devised as part of Animal. There was only 13 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I gotta watch it then.
Dark Days
and
Monkeys.
See if I can do that on stream.
So yeah, I was right then. The whole series is on Amazon Prime.
Wow, I thought there was more seasons than just like 13 episodes.
Wow, way to gaslight me. How dare you?
Well, sorry. I had a preconceived belief of there being more episodes.
It's okay.
I didn't think so.
I forgive you.
But
maybe it's the brain just playing you tricks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, the Mandela effect. That's what it is.
That's probably what it is.
Maybe there's somewhere in another universe just 5.
Important question.
Okay.
Which side of the Berenstein track are you on? Because I am an EIN believer.
I am an AIN.
We were part of different realities.
I never seen.
It was always the It was always the Berenstain Bears for me.
Well, see, I always pronounced it as Berenstain, but it was always EIN when I looked at stuff.
I remember AIN as a kid.
Berenstain.
Berenstain.
Oh.
Curse Stan and Jen.
I never read those books.
Curse Stan and Jan Berenstain.
Oh, did you hear about like the weird Fruit of the Loom one?
What?
Okay, here's a cool tidbit for you all.
Okay.
So there was this guy that was like online, and he was just like, I remember that Fruit of the Loom had like a Fruit of the Loom on it, like the weird wicker basket with like the things in it.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, no, that's not real. And then he contacted Fruit of the Loom, and they were like, no, that's not real.
What?
But then he like went in and he like looked through all of his like Fruit of the Loom stuff, and he found one with the Fruit of the Loom. So it was real.
Yeah. No, I remember seeing
I also remember
What's
that.
Fruit of the Loom?
Yeah, there was
Fruit of the Loom is like it's
a clothing brand. Yeah. Yeah, here. It's right. I'm posting it in our chat here so you can see.
Yeah, so that was a false Mandela effect that happened because there was a Fruit of the Loom.
That's called cornucopia.
Yeah. What would he call it?
Oh yeah, I called it a Fruit of the Loom because I don't know what it's called.
Oh no, the weird.
Yeah, I'm just telling it.
A cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Yep, a cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Cornucrapier.
Yeah.
Capicola. Cat. More coping. I'm sorry. I'm weird now.
Sometimes people come to me with their problems and I'd be like, bro, I think you just need to cope.
Yeah. I love Adali Baez. She's going, you can watch Monkey City on Amazon Prime. It's pronounced Google, Mike.
What?
It's called being silly.
Yeah, Mike. If you're not ready for us to be silly, I don't know how
right.
you still...
Exactly. Cranky Coppola.
We still have 18 people watching. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You were awesome.
I do think that we're probably getting near the end.
I think so.
Probably stay on for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, we are 30 seconds away from 3 hours on the butt. But
I'm letting you know that my hand is getting tired.
Gabagool.
Well, we can switch over to the main screen and just chill.
Oh yeah, true.
Give your wrist a little break.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
Poor Tino's not feeling that great.
Save what you got, and then ye good.
Yeah. Well, I hate to do this, but we may have to wrap up. We may have to wrap up because I can't be loud because now I know for a fact my parents are in bed. It's almost 9:00, so.
Yeah, so we should wrap up, but for those who are interested, I'll put the link in the chat again.
Yes.
We're gonna be going live tomorrow while I work on some cleanup, as I have been.
Yes.
And we'll keep talking about our various misadventures and other such things. And then after I do work, I might play some Minecraft.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I am really pleased that you enjoyed talking about our adventures. I didn't think you did, but
I'm honestly surprised it took us this long.
I am too. I'm kind of mad at myself.
Yeah.
Saberwing, hey strong man, mom. Hey strong man, mom says to keep it down because baby strong's not sleeping. Time on the play, Pancho! Yeah, I'm not doing that. I watch Coco Melon. Okay, I think you've had a little bit too much of the Coco Melons. Let's go to bed. Time to play with the blocks. Yeah. Always play with the blocks, man. Okay,
anyone who wants to hang out with us tomorrow, keep your eyes open in the Chuck chat, and I will post probably like a half hour before I actually go live.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you want to do our outro?
Sure, I would love to. So, thank you.
What? Okay, go ahead. I'm not going to interrupt this time.
Okay, thank you. You are feisty. Oh my goodness, I'm
having a good time.
I love that. See, this is why we do what we do. And thank you, amazing folks, we're down to 17. We're losing them. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you so much for coming out and watching us. If you enjoyed our show tonight, please make sure that you hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. What was your favorite part of tonight? What was your favorite
What was your favorite story?
Yes. Let us know, and if you have, if you have stories of your own, let us know. We would love to hear.
Yeah, do you remember some of our misadventures that we might have mentioned?
Let us know, because we've told quite a few people about our epic adventure. So let us know which one you want to hear. Again, leave a comment down below. Please, if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you know every time we go live or we upload a new cartoon. And please check out the merch store. Apparently the Chucky plushes are available now. So
we're gonna speak to Fourth Wall about that. Yeah. But I mean, if you can do it, I guess you can do it.
I'm probably gonna get an angry email. I'm looking right now.
It's not our fault. It's hidden.
I know. I'm gonna see. I gotta talk to him. But anyway, so yeah, thank you all so much for watching. We love you all, and we hope that you will join us next week. But until then, I'm Mike Cook.
I'm Elias. And that's Tino.
Yeah. And thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.